Hello, and welcome to the Mild and Lazy Guys podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Matt.
And I'm Andrew.
And we're back with another one. Semi-regularly. I'm proud.
Yeah, this has been a good couple months.
I wanted to record last week, but of course, we had a birthday boy.
It was on Sunday.
Yeah.
I went to my parents, though. That's what we were doing.
Yeah, but I knew you had plans, so
Yeah.
I knew Friday was out. Inching closer to 40, getting closer to me.
Yeah, I'm 37.
Yeah, dog.
Feeling like I'm 62.
Yeah, it's getting harder and harder, man.
That's what she said.
You didn't have the drop ready.
I don't know any. I know 3 out of 8 buttons here.
Well, you gotta.
I mean, I can take a guess, but now it's too late.
Yeah, it's past.
Yeah, it's bad.
So what's been up?
Well, I spent about $1,700 on my van since the last time we recorded.
Jesus.
Yeah, that sucks. So, let's see. The first thing was I was driving down my country road. You know, just
country road.
I was talking to Claire on the phone, and all of a sudden, just white smoke started billowing out from under the hood.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah,
Radiator?
So I called Claire. I'm on the phone. I was like, "Oh, my car's on fire. I gotta call you back." Pull over, and I could tell from the white smoke and the smell. I was like, "Yeah, it's a fucking radiator," and it completely busted. Like fluid went everywhere because I opened the hood. Of course, I didn't open the cap, but I'm just looking at all that fluid and smelling it, and I was like, "Yeah, my radiator's cooked."
You smell antifreeze. You smell sweet.
Yeah, it smelled sweet. So I called the station. They brought me a vehicle, but luckily where I was close to Old Pig Road, and I take my cars up to Avenue Automotive off 287. I just, that's where my dad goes, so I just follow his lead. I was able to fill it back up with enough coolant to take it like 4 miles, and by the time I got up there, it was already smoking again. And I knew I had a leak in my power steering hose. And I watched a video on that, and it was just a bitch to get to. You had to take so much out just to get to it, because you had to go from under to get to it. So I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that. So I told him, I was like, it's my radiator, and I have a crack in my or a leak in my power steering hose. So the next day he calls me. He's like, yeah, your radiator's completely busted. Like, no salvaging that. And the hose, blah, blah, blah. He's like, parts were about $500. Labor was about $800. So it was $1,359. And then he also told me, oh, your brakes are shot too in the back. And I'm like, yeah, I know that, but I can at least do that. So I changed the brakes out like 2 days later after I got it. And my brakes, it's a limited lifetime warranty. Well, the limited means if there's any metal showing on those pads, it voids the warranty. And I told him, and it was like not even a dime-sized piece of metal showing. He's like, yeah, that'll void your warranty right there. So that was like, I don't know, $43 for new pads. Got those on, and then a couple days ago, I'm driving down the road, and then all my lights on my dashboards come up, including my battery light. So I'm like, fuck. And I'm like, well, I hope it's not the battery, and I hope it's not the alternator, because that'll just completely, drain the battery and then just shut down. And I keep thinking, like, I'm just going to be on the middle of a highway, and this bitch is going to stop running on me. So I didn't turn it off all day. I just kept it running. And I get back. I go to O'Reilly's. They do a check. Alternator and starter are good, but it is the bad battery. So changed that out, and that was about $240. So yeah, within a pay period, I spent more than on my car than I do on my mortgage for the month. So that sucks. What else we got? Oh, for my birthday, I got multiple Jersey Mike's gift cards.
Nice.
So I was eating like a king. We went on Monday and had that day off, and I got what they called, a Giant or
a Giant.
I got the Giant Philly. Yeah. It was the Big Kahuna, which is just a Philly, but it has like the extra mushrooms and jalapenos, and I ate a little less than 2/3 of it, brought it back, and ate the rest later.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Because I think it's like 16 inches or something like that.
That's what she said. Okay. Come on, let's not kid ourselves. That's like 4 of ours lined up.
How was Halloween? I don't know if you have any more, but
Well, we went to Troy's party. It was a fantastic time.
Dude, I'm so butthurt. Like, I'm hurt.
I'm surprised he didn't reach out to you.
My feelings are hurt, dude.
But it was cool. We dressed up. Claire and I was Squints from Sandlot, and she was Wendy Peppercorn.
That's great. Those are great.
Yeah.
Great costume ideas.
She took one picture before we went in. She goes, "Oh, I don't like that picture," and deleted it. So there's
no
evidence at all of this night. But let's see. Ryan was there. He was Fred from Scooby Doo.
Nice.
Dustin was there. He was Guy Fieri.
Yeah,
a few other dudes I went to school with.
That.
But yeah, it was free whiskey. So at the end of the night, Claire was just embarrassed and waiting for me in the car. She said like shit got weird. She's like, "Do you not remember all that like gay stuff you started talking about?" And I'm like, "No." I was like, "There's a bunch of good looking dudes there, but
You want to know what draft weekend is? You just got a little glimpse.
Yeah,
baby.
I was like, once the whiskey starts going and it's free, I was like, I was just ripping cigs and drinking whiskey all night. She's like, every time you drank whiskey, it would get on your mustache and then it would drip down on your shirt. She's like, your shirt was ruined from whiskey stains. And I was like, I don't know. I had a great time. Maybe I'll go back next year if Troy will have me. Oh yeah, the only other thing is Ellie's got a little lunchroom bully.
No way.
Fucking bitch. So I just want to say, fuck you, Sophia. You read at a first grade level. You're probably adopted, and I bet you smell bad.
Right. To be fair, on the first one, is she in first grade?
She's in second grade, so she's a fucking idiot.
Okay.
My kid is ripping through books.
Well,
and Claire wanted me to talk to her, and I'm like trying to talk to her and like trying to be civil about it, and I'm like, sometimes you just gotta tell them to shut up.
You're fighting every fucking
because I want to be like, look, you don't take that shit from that kid. Is what I want to say. Like, if you keep, I was like, if you keep taking it, she's just gonna keep talking to you. But yeah, she said like, oh, you're not smart and you're not cool, and I said, well, that's bullshit. I said, we literally got your report card today. You got all A's, and you're my kid, so I know you're cool. I was like, some people just suck. Yeah. It's like how I could break it down. Like, I don't know what to say. Because what am I going to say? Like, yeah, don't take any shit from nobody is what I want to say.
Punch her in the nose.
Yeah, punch her in the fucking nose and tell her to lick that blood off the floor. I don't know.
Don't, because it's funny you bring that up. Landry did get in a fight at school. Oh, shit. And he got a day in ISS.
Damn, bad boy.
Yeah.
Did he win, though?
He won.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. He won. So,
bet that kid won't fuck with him again.
See, I don't know if it was... I don't think it was like, somebody was like... picking. I think it started out as like them picking at each other and kids being kids and not knowing when to like, hey, chill out. And then it just, I really blame the teacher. He should have been more on top of it. It was in gym. So, the gym teacher's like, fuck it.
Gym teachers are Claire and I were talking about this. Like, they're the laziest teachers. Like, as long as you're not bleeding on the court, they don't care.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so we got to talking to about, because it wasn't a bully situation where like he was bullying somebody or he was getting bullied.
It's just two boys going at it.
It was just two kids.
What would be awkward is if they have like a sit down with the parents and you're there.
Yeah.
That would suck.
Yeah. I don't know how.
And then dad's like 6'4", like jiu-jitsu guy, and you're like, hey, bud, you're raising a real winner here.
Yeah.
I'll tell my kid to cut it out.
Please don't fold me in half.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did Halloween. Halloween was good. We tried out a new neighborhood. We didn't.
Should have come down.
We did end up in your neighborhood, but Lauren,
I didn't see you.
Well, it was like 8:00 because we went.
Oh yeah, we were inside.
We cheated and we went to a new neighborhood. We went to the neighborhood behind Walgreens distribution.
Damn.
Kind of lit over there, dude.
Kind of
lit. So
that's a huge neighborhood too.
Yeah, and they had a lot of houses, and it was like
they have a ton of houses.
It reminded me of like when we were growing up. Like everybody, there was a lot of houses participating, and
yeah.
Well, there was this one house, and the dad was out there, and he had the Thursday night game on in the garage, and he had his grill out, and he was grilling out hamburgers and hot dogs and tacos, and
that guy's doing it right.
He had a cooler, and so he was like letting kids grab hot dogs, and I think he was cooking tacos too. So he had a cooler with
well, that's cool.
Beers and water, and he's like, yeah, I'll help yourself, blah blah blah, and it was a success. And then Landry, he's really into it now. All of a sudden, he didn't want to stop, and so we ended up on Harbin after.
Harbin after dark.
Yeah, and it was still popping at like 8:00.
Dude, it's some bullshit. That's the day I had to go get my car, so my dad had to go get it for me, and I had to leave at like 9. It was actually 8:45, and a cop drove by saying the streets are now open because they shut down those streets. Mm-hmm. And I fell asleep that night, and Claire had to wake me up. She's like, we got to go get your car. So, yeah, it was, and we left. So we drove by, because we're one street over. We're driving by Harbin, and there's still just hundreds of people. And I'm like, God, these people are fucking weird. I didn't know that you're one of them. I was like, these people, they need to go home.
I was ready to go home. But,
that's crazy.
Landry, he wanted to keep going. So we hit a few houses on Harbin, and then, called it a night. But Halloween was cool, and then the only other thing is last weekend we went to Choctaw, which will forever be known as Globe Life.
I was thinking the casino in Oklahoma.
No, we're not. Not that cool.
That's cool.
We went to Choctaw Stadium, I should have said, which to me will always be ballpark in
Arlington. I love that ballpark too.
And
I'm so glad they at least repurposed it.
It's still so pretty.
It's amazing in there.
It's so cool. But FC Dallas, their reserve team was in the Western Conference Finals. And so we went, and I surprised Landry, and he was able to walk out on the field pre-match with one of the players.
That's awesome.
Now in Europe, they call these guys mascots. They call the kids mascots that hold hands with the players and walk out onto the field, which is, counter to what we think of as a mascot. But so we went, and he got a T-shirt, and he got to meet like the actual like American mascot, the dude in the suit. And then we got to go out on the field as a family and watch pre-match warm-up, and then we went around the field to the tunnel, and we all lined up, and they lined up in the tunnel and got to meet the player, and we take pictures, and then they walk out with the player holding hands, and then we walk out behind them. All the parents were videoing and taking pictures.
All the phones out for sure.
And so they were out there for national anthem, standing with the player, and it was cool. It was cool. Like I said, it's the reserve team, so these guys are technically FC Dallas players, but they're optioned down, and they play in the third division of like the soccer pyramid. So obviously MLS is the first, it's the top of the pyramid, and then you've got USL, and then this division. And it was a good night. We ended up winning 3-0 in overtime. It was 0-0, and it was.
They scored 3 in overtime.
Yeah, because they play 2 15s no matter what. It's not golden goal.
I was thinking like a 10-minute.
No.
So they played a half other game.
Yeah,
so they turned it on then.
Yeah, so
we ended up, guys, we got plans after this.
Yeah, we ended up pulling it out, and Landry, we went to some FC Dallas games, and it was like best night ever, Dad. But I don't think his feet touched the ground all night. Like
I saw that picture. Yeah. That was a very memorable night for him.
Yeah, he was on cloud nine. So they're in the final. It's tomorrow, and they're playing the final at Toyota Stadium. So we're going to the final.
That's really a downgrade.
Yeah,
stadium wise,
dude. Yeah, we got tickets for $5, and like I was telling you, now
great deal
that night. Like, I love the value of minor league sports. Like,
have you been to the Dr. Pepper ballpark in Frisco?
Yeah, yeah.
Same thing. It's
so
nice.
Cool, dude.
It's a cool stadium.
Well,
not a stadium, but a little ballpark.
Well, since I've went, they've added that pool out there. Like when I went, they didn't have the pool out there, and now they've got that pool. I think it's on like right center, left center, maybe dead center field. But yeah, no, I've been out there, and then like over the winter, professional indoor soccer starts, and we have a team that plays in Mesquite Arena, and so you go from like ballpark in Arlington to like the opposite end of the spectrum. It's weird being in like a rodeo arena, and they just shove this indoor. Like,
I was going to say, I saw a rodeo there like 20 years ago.
Yeah, they just
25 years ago.
They lay turf in, and they put the walls up and the goals on each end, and you're in a fucking rodeo stadium, and it's like $3 tickets, and it's really cool, and you get to go out on the field after the game, and you have like unfettered access to like the fucking players. So I took Landry last year at the end of the year, and it was like $9 to get in for both of us. They had like $2 beers. They had tacos, and then Landry got to go out on the field.
Fuck Landry, let's go.
Yeah, dude.
We'll just go together. And
we need to. We'll talk about it off air, but I want to nail down our mandate.
I was gonna say that's something that we could do just us, but we could also do collectively like a league night.
Yeah.
If it's that cheap,
it's super cheap. I'm
sure one of the guys lives close enough that we could be like, all right, we're going to.
That's Mesquite, so I don't know who lives on that side of the world.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Closer than us, though, probably.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, so we did that, and that was fun, and that was, go dad and mom, really. So yeah, that's all I've been up to, and that and work, cool. And yeah.
Just working.
Yeah.
A lot of work. I got to work tomorrow, get them off day.
Why do you keep doing that to yourself?
Because I make good money when I work overtime.
You get paid for overtime?
Yeah, you get time and a half.
Oh, weird. That's weird how that works.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm salary. I'm salary boy.
Yep. I usually work like one a pay period, so I work like two a month.
Yeah. My dude.
It works out nice.
My brother, his overtime rate is like, I don't know, like $40 and $45 or something, $43 an hour for overtime, and he gets it as much as he wants, I think. So
that's about what mine is if it's time and a half.
Yeah. So yeah. All right. What do we got? I got news stories this week.
Oh, you ready?
Yeah. Hit it.
I missed the timing of.
That was for you know who you are.
I'll do better next time.
All right.
I've said that before too.
right. Headline reads: 43 monkeys escaped from U.S. research lab.
Oh my god!
Police are on the hunt for 43 monkeys who escaped from a research facility in South Carolina after a keeper left their pen open. Fucking idiot.
He had one job, guy.
The rhesus.
They said racist.
The rhesus macaw fugitives.
They're calling them fugitives.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Broke out of Alpha Genesis.
Probably because they're black monkeys.
This appears to be tan in color. Okay. So they have, dude.
They're still on the spectrum.
Broke out of Alpha Genesis, a company that breeds primates for medical testing and research. Good for them. And
I was going to say, they're probably just getting like worked over in there.
They're on the loose in a part of the state known as Low Country. The Low Country. Authorities have urged residents to keep their doors and windows securely closed and to report any sightings immediately. The escaped monkeys are young females weighing about 7 pounds each, according to the Yemassee Police Department.
That's doable. You can win that fight. Preview for something later.
So police said on Thursday that the company had located the skittish group and are working to entice them with food.
Like
Quote,
skittish, like nervous?
Yeah, like the more...
I didn't know if that was like a certain...
Like, I think some of them just fucking hit it and were gone.
Yeah.
And we'll never get those back. Thankfully, they're all female, so they can't... Dude, can you imagine... Because, like, the picture in the news story, like, it's a wooded area. Like, now they're just in the woods, dude.
They'll probably
they're
thrive.
home.
They're good.
So, luckily, they're all female, so we don't have to worry about them reproducing and then Planet of the Apes starts.
Crossbreeding type shit.
So, yeah, this says, quote, please do not attempt to approach these animals under any circumstances. They've got traps.
Dude, if they're in South Carolina, they just need some good old boys with, like, some cold beer and some shotguns. They'll fucking find them. I guess they don't want to kill them, though.
No, police say the research company has told them because of their size, the monkeys have not yet been tested on and are, quote, too young to carry disease. Sure.
Oh, okay.
Sure. So, no, but good for them. Apparently, they test vaccines on these dudes. So, yeah, good for them. They said it was a group of 50. 7 stayed and had Stockholm Syndrome, apparently, and 43 just bolted. And they are in the woods, bro. And they're cute little monkeys.
I would bet they don't even get half of that back. They might get 20.
No. Somebody in the lowlands of South Carolina is going to have a pet monkey here soon.
Oh, guaranteed. Somebody's got one right now.
Yeah.
Feeding them out of a bottle.
Yeah. So, good for them, for Bolton.
Yeah, I'm on their side, actually.
Yeah, fuck that. So, yeah. So that's going on in South Carolina. One kind of funny one, since we're coming off the heels of Halloween here. Quote, or headline, in a first since 1938, Des Moines, Iowa kids will trick-or-treat on Halloween.
What? Since when?
So for the first time since 1938, children in Des Moines, Iowa will go trick-or-treating on Halloween. Going door-to-door for candy and on All Hallows Eve has long been a commonplace throughout the country, but not in Des Moines, where Iowa's capital city took a different approach more than 7 decades ago in hopes of tamping down on hooliganism.
That's a good word.
Instead, Des Moines children don their costumes on Beggar's Night, typically the day before Halloween, and besides screaming trick or treat, children are expected to tell a joke before receiving a treat. Fuck all that.
That's so what? You got to know like 50 jokes? You just recycle it.
Yeah, I'm learning one.
Yeah, I'm recycling that joke. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You got like fucking Don Rickles going door to door.
And it's not, and they're not doing this because they've lifted this rule or law, but Beggar's Night this year was set for Wednesday, but because of unexpected heavy rain and thunderstorms, officials delayed trick-or-treating until Thursday, which to the rest of the country is the normal Halloween.
Yeah, because we're normal. See, I thought Beggar's Night was every night on 77 downtown in Waxahachie.
Well,
they put up no panhandling signs, and those fucking bums are sitting under the signs, getting money.
Yeah. So shout out Des Moines for being fucking weird.
Yeah, that is weird. That's why your college team can only score like 4 touchdowns in a whole season.
Yeah, they're depressed about their childhood. Okay, I thought I lost it there. We're good. Okay, so yeah, that's news.
All right.
You want to go on to Mount Rushmore?
Rushmore questions and
let's go Mushmore.
What?
Mushmore. I said Mushmore. I meant Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore. All right, so this one is animals that you think you can take in a fight that weigh at least 50 pounds. Okay, that's like the caveat.
I didn't put... Okay.
Well, what do you can't fight like a little dog?
Well, luckily none of mine are.
Okay, they got to be decent size, right?
None of mine are. And this was harder than I thought, because when I really got down to it,
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I don't know if I could fucking.
I was thinking about this all week.
I don't know if I could take this animal. So
I'm feeling some of these. We're talking about like 2 tons, but I got a way to beat them.
okay, all right. So my first one is a coyote, and I really put anything in the canine family.
Anything in the canine family. You sure about that?
You sure about that?
You sure about that?
See, I'm not sure of any of them, but
a fucking pit bull.
Yeah,
Coming
I'm sticking my arm all the way down its throat as far as I can, and I'm grabbing and I'm pulling and I'm ripping.
Okay, so you get one shot at that, and if you fuck that up,
If I fuck that up, I'm trying to put him in a rear naked choke and using my body weight and trying
That's
to
just bold, dude.
Snap his
I
neck.
can see like a labradoodle. I can take out like a labradoodle, but you're talking about like fucking Cujo. You gonna take down Cujo?
Dude, I don't know if I can take down any of these animals.
Well, that's not fair because Cujo had rabies.
Yeah.
But still, like pit bulls, those things are fucking scary. And I'm not a believer that like every pit bull's bad. I think they have bad owners.
Michael Vick had a good record against him.
That's true, undefeated actually.
Yeah, so
All it cost him was 24 months in federal prison, and he had like $100 million contract. Wasn't he like the first football player for that? And they're like, yeah, we're gonna avoid that now.
yeah.
That fool had generational money.
I own pit bull, or I don't own them now, but I've owned pit bulls. Shout out Baxter, rest in peace. Good boy.
Didn't you have another dog named Baxter?
No, just the one. Baxter boy. I had Ziggy, the pug. Also rest in peace.
Oh, Baxter. I saw him once. He was really old though.
Yeah,
wasn't he with
super
Ben
old.
for a while?
Yeah,
he lived with Ben.
He lived with Ben, and then he lived with me. Yeah.
He was a pit bull.
Yeah.
I guess I just can't picture that dog. But I remember he had like really bad hips by the time I saw him. Like
Yeah.
he was on his way out.
Yeah, yeah. Baxter
I'm sure
boy.
he's a sweetheart.
Yeah, he was. He was
R.I.P.,
a great
buddy.
dog. He was a great dog.
Baxter's a good dog name too. My mom had a beagle named Baxter.
Yeah. Ron Burgundy had one that got funded over a bridge by Jack Black.
You just destroyed everything I love.
What do you love?
How about that? He just fucking boots
punch
that
him,
dog. Oh, that's a good movie.
Airball.
That was an airball, dude.
All right. So yeah, coyote or really anything in the canine family.
That's a broad family you got there, but okay.
Yeah, and looking at my list, I don't know if this one weighs 50 pounds. I don't think they do though. But
yeah, I actually
ahead.
nerded out a little bit, and I got like weights on all these.
Oh.
My first one, and I got to give credit to Claire, and this one's fucking perfect. Like I'll beat the shit out of this animal.
Okay.
Emperor penguin. They just waddle around. They got no arms. Okay.
See, but I just the softballs like that. I just let go.
Oh, because you're a total badass.
Well, no, but obviously you just kick it.
Hey, guess what? They can be up to 4 feet, like 3 inches, and they weigh 51 pounds. So they met the criteria.
All right.
Yeah, I'd beat the shit out of that penguin. That thing wouldn't stand a fucking chance. That's almost as cheating, but how fun would it be to beat up a penguin, though?
Oh, dude, penguins are cool, dude.
Oh, really? Have you talked to many?
Well, they mate for life. I think that's
true.
cool.
That is cool.
They present a pebble.
They got happy feet.
Yeah, they do.
You know the guy that made that movie, George Miller, is the guy that made the Mad Max movies?
Oh,
That's his resume. It's like Mad Max and Happy Feet.
hey,
That guy
he's
just
covering
really
both ends.
he just took like a complete turn on that one.
Yeah, he's covering both.
But yeah,
both
Emperor
ends.
Penguin. That was a good one, dude.
Okay.
They met the criteria, and that's an easy W.
My second one, emu.
All right.
They look scary. They got a long ass neck you can grab a hold of.
Claire suggested that too, but I was like, have you seen those talons on
Yeah.
those fucking things? Those things would rip you open,
You
dude.
got to strike fast, and you got to go for the neck.
And they can run like motherfucker. Can't they like reach speeds of like 40 or 50 miles an hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's chasing you down. He's cutting you open, dude.
And while we're on the subject,
Maybe like Ghostface chasing you
somehow we got on this subject today at work. I don't know how we did it, but we were talking about bears, and this big dumb idiot that sits behind me is like, "Bear's not an apex predator." I'm like, "Excuse me, sir."
I mean, polar bears and grizzly bears?
Who's their predator?
Yeah, who's fucking with...
Name it.
Well, what is it? Black bears, you can scare away.
So black bear, yeah, you get big.
Yeah.
Brown bear, you play
dead. Grizzly
Polar
bear, you're dead.
Polar bear, you pray because you're done.
And grizzly bears, you're dead.
Yeah, you're done.
Grizzlies and polar fuck you up till you're dead. Black bear, maybe you scare away.
Yeah.
And a brown bear, if you're lucky, you play dead.
Yeah, and I was like, who's their predator, dummy?
This guy probably watched Coca-Cola commercials growing up, thinking polar bears were just drinking Cokes and
But what's funny,
going down slides.
What's funny is like the dude's like, when it comes to like IT computer shit, fucking genius, like big brain dude. Animal hierarchies, not so much. Biology, not so much. And then I brought up this point. I said, if the ecology and the biology and the habitat and ecosystem worked out, if you could just take all that away and just pit two against each other, I said maybe a fucking hippo would fuck up a bear. Hippos are bad bitches.
Okay, well now you're getting into our next part of the Mount Rushmore.
Yes.
I don't
Okay.
give too much away.
Okay. So my second one was emu. I think you did it. I think they have a good attack vector. I think they've got a big vulnerability there.
That neck is the sweet spot.
Yeah.
If you got to go for the neck.
Yeah.
Which leads me into a couple of mine. So I'm going to skip and I'm going to go straight to this one. 2,600 pounds.
Bro. Okay.
I'm fucking taking out a giraffe.
No.
Yeah.
He's
Check it out.
stomping you.
No, he's not. I'm going to kick that knee the complete opposite way.
That knee is the size of this television.
I'm going to kick it a lot. I'm going to get a fucking sledgehammer. I'm going to jump on his back and I'm going to choke him out.
Okay.
I feel confident I can fucking kill a giraffe right now.
You know, okay.
I can't wait for someone who likes PETA to listen to this episode. And this will be the one thing that fucks us up. And we've talked about so much stupid stuff.
And this is the one that I'm not sure would fit your criteria, and it could be somewhat controversial.
Okay.
A mongoose.
Mongoose, they're not big enough though, man. And they're weaselly. Wait, I was thinking a badger, honey badger. Honey badger don't give a shit. He'll probably beat you up. A mongoose?
Mongoose fucks with king cobras. That's
a honey badger.
That's a mongoose too.
Mongoose would not beat a king cobra. Mongoose. My wife had a mongoose.
We're not talking about a bike.
Yeah, well, she's a huffy girl. Come on. No. I'm thinking ferrets. She had a ferret.
Yeah, totally different.
I was like, dude, ferrets are adorable. What are you talking
Claire
about?
had a mongoose. Like, she just went
okay,
to another level.
Okay, well, I can't picture mongoose right now. I bet they're squirrely, though.
Yeah, they fuck with king cobras, man.
So,
I don't know. I think I could get one down.
So if you can get that down, then by, that logic, you can kill a king cobra?
Yeah, by that logic, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Fucking apex predator over here.
I got winded walking up some steps the other day.
I had to take a break from eating my burger and catch my breath. We're over here thinking we're just like the baddest dudes. All right, this one, as long as you can catch them, I think I can beat up a sheep.
Yeah.
They're pretty stupid.
Yeah.
I think I could choke them out.
Yeah, I think you could choke.
I think that kick them a few times.
I think that'd have to be the move. I think you'd have to get them.
That's the move for most of these. You got to peripheral vision, get around them, and just choke them out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think.
Except for one, I got one I'm going to straight up box.
Yeah, yeah. Sheep almost went on my list. My last one, and it's not sort of the same, but I think I could get a llama down.
Yeah,
I think I can get a llama.
See, I got something.
Are they the spitters? Do they spit at you?
I think. Well, see, I had alpacas and camels. Honorable mention. I feel like they're all part of the same family.
Yeah, I think so.
So I think it's all kind of like the same.
Yeah. So I think llama. I think I can get a llama down.
Well, sheep. You go anywhere from 99 to 350 pounds for a male. I bet the average is more like $1.50.
Is that with their coat or wool or fur?
See, I don't know. But I would take the wool so I can at least feel soft when I'm choking them out.
Yeah.
Fall asleep on them. Last one I got, where was it at? It's a Aberdeen Angus, which is a fancy breed of cow. I think I can just straight up box that thing.
See, I thought about a cow too.
Well, because horses, donkeys, I feel like they'd kick the shit out of you.
Oh yeah.
If they got the chance, I feel like cows aren't agile enough to even try to kick.
But I think
they're so fucking dumb.
If
I think
you
I can just box
miss
them.
and they step on your head somehow.
I mean, I gotta slip. I slip on some poop.
Yeah.
He's got to grapple me and get me down though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grease myself up before this fight.
Yeah.
But I feel like a cow, I just fucking straight up box them.
Yeah, it's smart.
Take my time.
See, I thought about boxing a kangaroo.
Okay.
Like that one dude. Did you see that fight?
To save his dog?
Yeah, he fucking.
That was the most Australian.
Yeah, it really was.
I'm sure he put his Fosters down.
Yeah, I was about to say the only thing he needed was some Fosters.
He finishes his Fosters and throws it down.
Fucking puts his Vegemite sandwich down. All right, are we on to
Part two. So these are animals that you do not want to fight.
Don't want to fuck with. My first one is a dolphin because they rape you.
Oh, dude, I forgot. Honorable mention. I was going to fuck up a dolphin.
No, they'll rape you. They rape.
They are very rapey.
They rape for fun. And
dolphins are not as sweet and cuddly as you think growing up. They're like the Harvey Weinsteins of the sea.
They're very smart and they're very cuddly and they'll rape you.
They honeypot you and cradle you until they sweet that butthole.
Yeah. Dude, I swear to God, every time I turn on a Mavs game, fucking Luke is hurt. Is he just hurt, guy? Or is he just doing this? I know he's playing, but he's always limping.
Well, he's probably also 40 minutes a night guy. He probably only rests 2 minutes a quarter.
He's just always limping around.
Well, I don't know. This is the first game I've got to see. Oh shit, we got 5 seconds left. They got the final shot. Fuck you. Okay, open floater. He missed it. What a loser. He got it back. Okay, we're going to overtime. Luca's crying.
Everybody's crying.
Luca's losing his mind right now. Some
Everybody's
bitches on the floor. Pick him up. They better not. Okay, they said I thought they were going to call a foul. Did they call a foul or is it overtime?
Into regulation.
Okay.
Fuck you.
So yeah, Dolphins. I feel like we should at least get a chance to fight a dolphin just to redeem all those victims.
Yeah.
I just don't like dolphins. I feel like they're overrated. I know they're smart, but I don't like them.
Okay.
Not a fan of dolphins.
That's fair.
Okay, here's one. And you were talking about put these two in a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Silverback gorilla.
Yeah. Okay. I put any primate on mine.
Well,
any primate.
And chimpanzees. I was showing a picture of Claire of a hairless chimp. I was like,
Fucking
look at that muscle
jacked.
definition. I was like, there's like no body fat.
No, they're jacked.
Like I was getting a chub looking at this guy. That guy was ripped.
Jacked. Yeah. Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah. I want no part of any primate. Even
Any
like,
primate.
Even like the little Chapulin monkey, or like the little
South Carolina boys.
Yeah. No.
I think we can take those little 7-pounders, unless they get strength in numbers. I mean, they got strength in numbers.
They'll rip your pecker off, dude. Go straight for your pecker.
Is this like a news story that we missed?
No, dude.
They're just ripping dicks.
Dude, my dad had a fucking monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he said it would fucking.
You're lucky to be here, then.
My dad, he said it would shit in his hand, ball it up, and fucking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's got to be learned behavior too.
He's like, that was the worst thing I've ever.
That was my worst decision.
And then he went from that monkey to. It was like the monkey that was in like Monkey Trouble. Remember that movie? Going back to last episode, 90s movies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like one of those. And then he went from that to a parrot, like one of those like cool like big blue parrots.
Oh, they're beautiful, but they're annoying.
Yeah, and his name was Miguel, and he drank beer and he ate sunflower seeds. I remember.
He sounds like just the guy that'd be like on a lawn crew.
He was just like one of the dudes. He's
just hanging out. Yeah, he's like watching Monday Night Football with your dad opening beers.
No, like he would hear the can open.
Oh hell
and
yeah!
He would mimic it. He would like mimic the sound. Dad would get a bottle cap and just pour him a little beer in there, and he'd pick up the cap with his beak and just.
Dude, R.I.P. Is Miguel still alive? They live forever.
No, he was
They can be like 40 or something though.
Well, he was like in his 20s when I was little, and then my dad, I think one of his buddy, I don't know, he got rid of it somehow, but yeah.
Well, that's a full cool pit.
Yeah.
So, anyways, this bitch ass guy is gonna get free throws with 0.8 seconds left. So they're basically giving the game to the Suns right now. He's white though. Maybe he'll miss it. Is that Yurkic or something like that?
I don't know. He's European for sure.
He's definitely European. Oh, he missed the first one. Okay.
No pressure, bitch.
And we got a timeout. So doesn't that mean we can like advance the ball?
I don't know.
Take it to half court and get a lob. Yeah, they're gonna have to call a timeout immediately, no matter what.
Yeah.
Best case scenario, though, I think he misses, and we take it to overtime. Yeah, and we also talked about grizzly and polar bears.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is Nurkic.
So, yeah, I was with you. Any primate.
Okay, he made it. Yeah, piece of shit.
So my third one was like a moose or an elk, just from the sheer size.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't realize how big a moose is until you see them next to something.
They're huge.
They're like from another world.
Yeah, they look
Which
alien.
is called Canada.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was my third one.
My third one was a hippopotamus. I have a very unnatural fear of hippopotamuses. Hippopotami. And I had it for years because they're like lethal on land and water. They can swim like 20 miles an hour. Like they have like Michael Phelps speed in water.
Yeah, that's what I brought up today at work, and I was like, hey,
hippopotamuses are fucking
hippos
terrifying.
will fuck you up in land or sea. Like,
yeah,
they'll fuck you up
because they can go. I think they're faster in the water. And I've seen a video of a guy in a boat like trying to get away.
Yeah,
and all you see is his head come up and go down every time he's gaining on him. And this dude's throttling that motor, and I'm like, go, dude, get the fuck out of there. And then you see them, and they say like their jaws are like pound for pound, like the most powerful. You'll see them like get a watermelon, and they just take a little nibble,
like
and just
grape,
crush it,
like a grape.
Yeah, crushing a grape,
yeah.
And he's just crushing. They would say like your body, all your bones would just snap.
Yep.
And I fucking am terrified of hippopotamus.
So my last one, and there's others. I mean, the animal kingdom is just a fucking scary place.
Well, and we're not really including, unless you are, anything in the sea, like a great white.
No,
because you can't fight them.
No,
you can't fight them underwater unless it's like scuba gear and a harpoon.
But people have been successful against sharks. You know, they say if you can get to their eyes, their eyes are like, that's where you got to get them.
And they don't have peripheral vision, so Luca put it up. That's a terrible shot. That's not close.
It is
okay. We lost by a point.
My last one is water based. croc or alligators.
Oh, fuck that.
Dude, I don't know, there's something about being in a swamp at night and you just...
They're very stealthy, too. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen videos where, like, all you can see is their eyes. And they just, like, they're so quick. Like, they'll just grab you.
Yep.
And then they do that death roll. They'll take you under and just spin you. What a terrible way to go, man.
Anything croc, alligator, caiman, anything.
But see,
like
that's
that.
not fair because you're fighting on their turf.
Yeah.
Even though they can be on land.
Yeah.
Even then, though, like, what are you going to do? I feel like if you jump on their back, they can roll you still.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know a good way to fight a... And which ones were... Is it... Crocodiles are bigger? I think you can fuck with an alligator.
I think crocodiles.
I think crocs are the ones that are like can be like 25 feet long or something ridiculous.
And what makes them scary is like I mean everything's scary, but they're dinosaurs essentially. Like they've been around forever.
Yeah,
like
they've just evolved over time into like you said, apex predators.
Yeah. Yeah.
My last one was kangaroos, just because they're like the Mike Tysons of the animal kingdom.
They're jacked too,
and they can back on their. They sit back on their tail, so they can like straight up kick you and then bounce back and punch you. I mean, they've just evolved to be like world-class fighters. Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, the animal kingdom's a scary place, man. And I didn't.
And we're sitting here in an AC room, watching a big screen TV.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm glad I'm an apex predator.
I mean, there's a lot out there I wouldn't want to fuck with, like orcas. Orcas
are ruthless.
Dude, they'll hunt for fun.
They really do. I've seen videos where they're just fucking with seals, like throwing them up in the air, like catching them, throwing them around. They're like, they're just fucking with them.
Yeah, they're sadistic, dude. Have you ever seen them like swat a fucking stingray? Just, I mean, casually swimming by and they'll just swat, and then you'll see that stingray just belly up.
Just because they know they can.
Yeah, and it happens just like that.
They're just fucking with them because they can.
Yeah, it's for fucking Steve Irwin, bitch.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Okay, in turn, what is your favorite animal? Other than like dog, cat.
I was going to say long-haired wiener dog.
Like, what's your favorite animal?
Oh, shit.
You got to get ready for this because Owen, I'm sure you experienced this with Ellie. Owen's going to be right behind her asking these hard-hitting questions.
Oh, one more that we couldn't fight? Rhinoceros.
No.
Rhinos are pretty cool.
And any cat, I saw some people answer like, oh, bobcat. No, dude.
Any cat that doesn't live in my house could probably fuck me up.
A bobcat will fuck your shit.
I remember one time we saw like a panther at my grandparents' house. They lived like in the middle, on a farm in Centerville, and we were down on this trail, and like we were with my grandparents and my sister, and my grandfather just like noticed it up top, like this. It was, I can't remember. It might have been a bobcat, but I remember it being a big motherfucker, like a mountain lion. It was probably a mountain lion, and my grandfather's like, he's like, slowly get back in the Jeep. And he's like, don't look around. He's like, just step towards the Jeep. And as we're driving away, he's pointing at it. And it was just like perched up on a hill, like watching us. Like
stalking you.
It was like scoping us out.
Oh, yeah.
And my grandfather was like, that was too fucking close. He's like, we're not coming back this way. That was terrible. I still remember that. I was probably not even 10 years old then. I still remember that.
Yeah, man. And my favorite, hands down, it's an otter.
Like they're very rapey too.
They are rapey. They are rapey.
Then why is that your favorite?
Because they're so cute, dude.
Okay,
they're the cutest rapists in the animal kingdom.
It's hard to argue with that. They're way better than dolphins.
Dude, there's a place down in Waco where you can swim with them. There's like a little farm. They got an Airbnb on site.
Yeah, so they can fucking take you out afterwards and then have dinner with them.
They roofie you.
Yeah,
and then they unleash the otters. But no, I believe it. Otters, and it's the river otters, the cute ones with the little hands and the rocks that they, I don't know.
I saw some at, I think it was Fort Worth. They have a little exhibit where they're just, I mean, it's sad because their whole room's probably this size.
Right.
The tank they live in.
Right.
So I always feel bad, like, for all the SeaWorld, like, those guys are pieces of shit.
Zoos bum me out. SeaWorld bums me out. They really do.
The older you get, they're like, this is like prison for animals.
It's prison.
But when you're a kid, it's great. Now, I take my kid there, and it's cool, but then I'm like, I feel so bad for all these animals. We're just looking at them and poking at them.
The Swindled episode about SeaWorld, like, that just goes to show you, like, how fucked up.
Well, there's that whole documentary called, like, Blackfish.
Blackfish, yeah.
That was terrible, dude. I watched that, and I felt so bad for them.
It's all terrible.
There's this aerial shot where it shows, like, the parking lot of SeaWorld, and it's fucking huge. And then it shows the tank that, what is his name? Shamu lives in, and it's a dot. It's a dot, and it's like, that's where he spends his whole life.
Yep. It's fucking
That's terrible. So sad. Yeah, I don't know if I have a favorite animal. I mean, my spirit animal is a long-haired wiener dog, but we can't pick dogs. I'd say something maybe in the cat family would be cool, right?
Yeah, I always thought like jaguars were
like
cool.
Like a black panther, like
cheetahs
me in my past life.
Yeah.
I was like Fred Hampton in my past life.
Well, there's that. That doesn't track with some of your statements lately, but hey.
Oh, shit, what'd I say lately?
I don't know.
You can't be throwing that out there and not know what you're talking about.
All right, what are we moving to next? We'll just slide past
that. Hills to die on?
Go for
or
it.
questions? We'll do hills first. You got any hills?
Not right off the top.
So you got none?
Probably not.
Okay. This is a quick one. The Cowboys will not be relevant on the field again until Jerry Jones dies. Okay. And then even then...
Maybe not then.
Maybe then if Steven's going to keep this shit up. But we need actual people who know football to run this team. We won't get too into that because we'll probably talk about it later. But other thing, and I might have brought this up before, but it's insider trading or even owning stocks as a politician or elected official should be illegal.
I agree with that.
Okay. Goodfellas is better than The Godfather.
Never seen either one of them.
You suck. Well, just to get ahead of myself, I watched Goodfellas on my birthday. It's one of my favorite movies.
Nice.
Here's one from recently about politics. I won't let a political candidate, party, or ideology ruin any friendship or hurt my relationship with any family member.
As it should be.
Yeah, because I've been talking to people like after the election that obviously think differently than me, and I'm like, we're still buddies. Like we talk about this shit all the time. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna let. I've known these guys 20 years.
That's
and
how
I'm
it
like,
should be.
yeah, and family. I saw this post that was like, if your parents are boomers and they voted for Trump, you should cut them off from your family and not let them see their grandkids. So they have consequences to their actions. And I responded and I said, this is so stupid. I was like, I love my parents. My kids love my parents. I'm not going to let whatever happened outside of this ruin a relationship we have.
But this is exactly...
And a lot of people are doing that, though. That's what I'm saying.
This is exactly what they want. They want to...
Politics is like divide and conquer.
I just fucking hate it. It's so tribal, and that's exactly what's wrong. Like, that we can't sit down and have conversations on either side of the aisle.
That's what I'm saying. It's either like you agree with me or you're a complete fucking idiot and I hate you. And I'm like, no, I can see both ways. And like I said, I got some people where I'm like, oh, they're too far gone. Like, they're Q-pilled, and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to fuck with them. But that's like very rare case where I'm like, hey, just because we disagree on stuff or we like different people, like we're still buddies or you're still my fucking family.
Yeah.
I'm not going to cut anyone out of my life just because of something that happened in an election. Like so many posts recent were like, cut your family off completely. Let them know that, there's consequences. I'm like, consequences of like cutting out the most important people of your life because some guy got elected or some woman didn't get elected. I was like, that's ridiculous.
And think about it. Every 4 years, this is the election of our lifetime. It's the end of democracy from whichever party. It's the end of democracy.
Well, it's fear-mongering.
And look at it.
It's always just like scares you into it.
We lived through it. I've gotten married. I've had kids under different, I almost call them
regimes.
I'll call them regimes. Under different regimes. It doesn't matter until I can vote for the PACs, the super PACs, the lobbyists.
Yeah, all that shit should be gone.
No, let me vote. Let me vote on what really matters, because it's not whatever spineless fuck that they prop up every 4 years. I don't care about voting for that. Let me vote on what really matters, on what really matters and decides shit in this country.
Yeah.
And that's heads of corporations. Let me vote on the board of directors for BlackRock. Let me vote on that, because that's what matters.
That dude's buying up all the real estate. And they said they're going to own like 60% of real estate in America.
I'm telling you, dude, it doesn't matter. I just hate it. I fucking hate it. And you know my position on it. And, politics bled into our fantasy football league, and I tried to stop it, like, dead in its tracks. Like, nope, take it somewhere else. Doesn't belong in here. Like, and I just hate it. I hate politics.
That's what I'm saying. It like ruins friendships and relationships that have been, solid for so long. And then every 4 years, it just get brought up again.
Not even friendship. It's ruining fucking families.
I've seen people like getting divorces.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Don't blame me. I voted Green Party, bro.
All right, well, now I'm going to get to something real serious, and that is I really like the smell of a dead skunk.
Yeah. I like gasoline, too.
I love gasoline, but if I smell a good roadkill skunk,
fresh,
bro, I'm slowing down, and I'm breathing that in. Apparently, I'm the weirdo in my family for liking that, because I'll, like, roll down the window and just, like... And it's like, you smell that? I was like, oh, it's only been dead for like an hour. It's just like, roll up the windows.
Time of death, 403.
Yeah, it's like, y'all want to drive back around and we'll smell it again?
Or as Landry would say, it smells like Uncle Ben's house.
Yeah, right? Pretty soon my kids are going to be like that.
Yeah.
Got to be sneaky.
So, speaking of Uncle Ben's house, I'm going to Denver next week.
Uncle Ben lives in Denver? Oh, I got you.
I'm going to Denver next week.
For the work thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty jazzed.
Pretty jazzed.
Pretty jazzed.
Nobody says that.
No, that's Utah. Never mind. Yeah, I'm going there Wednesday.
Oh, this Wednesday?
Yeah, coming up this next one.
When you come back, like Sunday?
Thursday night.
What?
Yeah.
You're going all the way to Denver for like a day?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, I thought you were going to get like 4 days out of it and like get to do something fun.
Nope. Well, I'm going to do something fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can jack off.
Yeah. Because I get my own hotel room.
Oh, yeah, he's jacking it.
Dude, I'm totally jacking it.
I saw this meme, and it's like a guy looking into the mirror, giving a thumbs up. It's like, hey, buddy, thanks for all the hand jobs. I was like, damn, I guess I have given myself a lot of hand jobs over the years.
Fucking beat it like it owes me money.
Yeah, right. All right.
No, my brother's already kind of set me some spots to go. He's set me on the right course.
Oh, he's already been and checked it out?
Yeah, he's been to Denver a couple of different times. He loves it up there.
It
Says
nice.
It's real bummy, real sketchy. But other than that, it's cool.
There's a lot of bums around here.
Yeah, a lot of bums.
A lot of jobs, too.
He took their jobs.
No, they didn't take their jobs. They just don't want a job. Okay, I got 2 more. I think that Black Sabbath is better than Led Zeppelin.
Whoa.
I'm a huge Black Sabbath fan. I said they're better than any hard rock band, and second place would be Metallica.
Bro, you're telling me they're better than fucking Creed? Oh my
Yes.
God, get out of here, dude.
Yeah.
Respect.
Except for last October, November when we went on that magical run.
Yeah.
Everyone DFW is a
Dude.
fucking huge Creed fan.
Creed sold out every Dallas
I was gonna
show
say,
they ever
dude,
had.
Creed made like a comeback just based on the Rangers playoff run.
Yeah, and they're still going strong.
They
on that,
are.
I
They
think.
kind of like revitalized their career.
Good for them, because I heard like at one point Scott Stapp was like sucking dick for crack or something.
Oh no, that was Dirk Diggler.
Well, apparently Scott Stapp too.
That
And I can't pass up an opportunity. Best moment of my life, young life, Thanksgiving Day, 1990s.
That is cool.
Or like 2000 maybe.
Oh yeah, about 2000.
2000, Thanksgiving Day, Cowboys. I don't even know who they were playing. I was floating on air, dude. Scott Stapp fucking rappelled in from the fucking seat from the Texas Stadium open roof. Watched Creed play at a Dallas Cowboys halftime show on Thanksgiving Day.
That's probably literally like the most iconic halftime performance of all time.
I think it is.
That's what I'm saying. Like, no, I'm not even joking. Like, that's so cool that you got to go to that.
Dude, I'll never forget.
That's like seeing Queen at Live Aid. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm damn near
fucking iconic moment in music history.
I'm damn near 40 and I still talk about. I got goosebumps. I got goosebumps.
Oh shit, you got goosebumps.
Fucking Scott Stapp, dude. Creed, man. All right, is that it?
I just got one more, and that's November is too early for any Christmas decorations.
I disagree. I'm a huge Christmas guy.
No, I tell Claire after Thanksgiving. Right now we're celebrating fall. We're giving thanks.
November 1, yeah, it's a little early, but
dude, there's people. I pulled up to the house today for packages. Big ass fucking tree lit up.
Yeah.
People putting all their lights out, or paying people to put them out because they're all rich. And I'm like, what are y'all doing? No. It's not even Veterans Day. Shout out all the veterans out there.
Monday.
Appreciate you.
Monday.
Yeah, I'm off.
Yeah.
Good. Shout out cousin Michael.
So shout out Veterans Day.
Absolutely. Because freedom is not free.
Nope.
All right. You know some questions?
Yeah. Fire them in. I have some editing to do this episode, I feel like.
You what?
I have some editing to do this episode, I feel like.
Why are we just like...
I'm off. My timing's off.
Okay.
I'm off.
All right. Would you rather have a year in jail or 4 months homeless on the streets?
Give me hobo life.
That's what I told Claire.
I can make it.
I am not getting raped for a whole year. I might get raped on the streets, but
Yeah, have you seen that dumpster you got? Yeah, you definitely fucking.
I got a dump truck.
You're fucking getting it.
But on the side of jail, it's 3 square meals a day in a bed.
Yeah, you get access to the library, the little yard time. But are you in like county or are you like in state?
No, you're in lockup, dog. Like the clink.
Fed?
Yeah. No, not fed.
State or
you're in state prison.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah,
in Louisiana.
Okay, that's fine. You get yard and you get a library and
you also probably get a boyfriend.
That's fine. I'm open. I have no problem.
Wide open. All right. You get 6 weeks to train a monkey to ride a bike, or you get 6 weeks to master a new language.
Oh, give me the monkey on the bike.
That's what I think. At first, it was going to say drive a car, but I was like, hey, he ain't going to drive a car.
We can knock that out in the afternoon.
You think so? You think you could train a monkey to ride a bike in 1 day?
Yeah.
That's very cocky of you.
Dude, produce the monkey.
Well, your dad knows the connections, apparently. Fucking talk to him about it. I don't know where to get a fucking monkey. That's other than South Carolina.
Yeah.
All right. If you could fight any celebrity and you're guaranteed to win, who would you beat up?
Any celebrity?
Any celebrity and you're guaranteed to win. It's like they're fighting underwater and you're just like beating the shit out of them.
Oh, you should have prepared me for this one.
I can give you...
Do politicians count?
I would like to think politicians aren't celebrities. But
Well,
yeah,
they
what
are.
politician do you want to fight?
Nancy Pelosi.
I'm down with that. Someone took a hammer to her fucking husband.
Yeah, I know.
That's why we should ban insider trading. That bitch is worth tens of millions of dollars.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, dude.
I mean, Pelosi's a fair answer.
No.
Might get on a list.
I wouldn't fight her. Shit, you go. Who would you?
Russell Brand.
Really?
I fucking hate that guy.
Wow.
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 No, he's not funny.
Wow.
He's not entertaining. And he has all these like sexual assault, rape case allegations come up, and now he's like a born again Christian trying to like redo his whole image, and he's like just an absolute Christian grifter. I hate people like that. I guarantee he's a piece of shit.
Damn.
Claire's answer?
Yeah.
Julie Chen. Which I appreciate.
Wow.
I know. She said it quick too. I was like, she thought about it for like 3 seconds. She goes, Julie Chen. It's like, that's a fantastic answer.
Heater, dude.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I fucking love you for that answer.
Dude, I don't know. I was gonna say Matt Damon, but I love Matt Damon. Matt Damon.
Yeah, he gets a bad rap. I like Matt Damon.
I like him. Tom Hanks.
What's wrong with Tom Hanks?
I'll fight Forrest Gump.
I mean, you could pick an athlete. Is there like one dude that just pisses you off?
Oh, dude, you're opening up the athletic world? Yeah.
I mean, if we can talk politicians, then athletes are celebrities.
Yeah, I don't know, man. There's so many. I can't pick one.
Matt's just
Jake Paul.
Oh, that's a good one.
Jake Paul.
Speaking of which, Mike Tyson fight. What is that, like next
15th,
weekend?
Yeah.
Or Friday or some shit?
Friday, I think.
That's going to be cool.
Jake Paul.
I feel like the world is rooting for Tyson. I really want him to win.
Maybe Floyd Mayweather.
You can make a bet with him, too, knowing you're going to win.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, Jake Paul. We'll go Jake Paul.
Jake Paul's a good answer. All right, would you rather have every outfit you have to wear sandals with socks, or every outfit you have to wear suspenders?
Oh, give me suspenders. Give me suspenders.
Am I the only one that actually wears socks with sandals? Because that was a clear answer for me.
Yeah, I mean, you can throw a shirt, or you can throw a shirt over your suspenders.
Okay, see, that's what Claire said. She's like, "Why don't I just wear like a coat over it?" And I was like, "Yeah, for part of the year. You're going to wear suspenders on your open chest and then put a shirt over it?"
No, I'm going to throw on like an undershirt or like maybe a wife beater, and then like in the summer, like throw a shirt over it. You don't even have to see them.
Okay, that's not how suspenders usually work, but okay.
No,
I'll let you have that loophole.
We're modifying it.
Okay, well, suspenders are shown. They have to be exhibited.
Give me suspenders.
Okay, old school.
Yeah.
All right, this one. What's on your ideal burger? Like if you're making it at the house and you're a chef, you're Guy Fieri making a burger.
Dude, I'm boring. I'm very basic, but to church it up, I do like bacon. Mm-hmm. And my ideal burger is just a double meat, double cheese, mayonnaise, no tomato. I think that is, I think that's just my favorite way to have a burger. But if you want me to church it up, 2 smash patties, double American cheese, crispy onion straws, bacon, and a touch of barbecue with some mustard or mayonnaise.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah. Maybe a fried egg if you're feeling froggy.
I'm always feeling froggy with burgers because mine's, I mean, I guess I could go double. Usually we just do a single patty, but I do chopped onions, shredded lettuce, Thousand Island, and a fried egg.
Okay.
And maybe a splash of Tabasco on that egg.
I respect that.
Because that's something I can make. I literally make that at the house.
You don't hard cook your egg, right? Where you got runny yolk.
I don't care.
You need the yolk.
Right? I was gonna say if it's runny, that's fine with me.
You need it. And what I was gonna say earlier is I want to plan our man day because I do. Now that you brought up burgers, I want to take you to that smash burger spot over by SMU I was talking about a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
And then take you to the Half Price Books warehouse, the big one.
Yeah, we've been talking about that for like 4 years.
I want to nail it. I want to nail it down. I want to nail it down and put a date so it's like we got to do it.
Okay.
All right. But yeah. So, but I could, dude. I'm such a burger dude. I could take it a lot of ways. I could take it plain. I could take meat and cheese.
Oh yeah, if it's meat and cheese with mustard, I'm fine with that.
I'm fine.
I think the one veggie I would take off.
Tomatoes.
I was gonna say tomatoes, but is tomatoes a veggie? It's not. It has seeds.
It's a fruit technically,
but yeah, I was gonna say lettuce, onion, pickles. I'm good with all that.
Yeah.
I would take out the tomato, but yeah, you can add egg, bacon,
Avocado.
barbecue.
I love avocado on a burger.
I'm sure I've had it before, but I can't remember. I've never prepared it myself.
Chili's has got a good one.
Dude, Chili's burgers are pretty fucking good.
Me and Lauren were talking about this, dude.
The 3 for me deal is the best value.
They've made a comeback based off of like one TikTok. Really? TikTok brought them back.
What was it?
Now, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you what it was. But I know they blew up recently off TikTok, and now like Gen Z and whatever's behind them,
Alpha,
they're bringing it back. And dude, we've been to Chili's more in like the last 2 months than we have in the last 2 years. Like,
I agree.
I don't know what they're doing, but it's really good.
Well, it's the 3 for me. That's what does it for me and Claire, because we'll get chips and salsa.
Yeah.
I'll get it's a little too, like cup of soup, but we'll split it. We each get a drink and a burger, and it's like $25.
Yeah.
Which in this economy, that's a pretty good deal.
You can't get out a Whataburger for $25.
That's what I'm saying. Like I literally get to sit down, and we usually just get the kids like something to split.
Hill to die on. If I have to stand up to order, I'm not tipping.
That's a great tip, or hill to die on.
I'm not tipping. Tipping culture's out of hand. Sorry.
It's very out of hand.
I'm sorry. I told you I had one.
Another hill to die on I guess I can die on this hill. It's just bullshit because now every place has credit card fees. Mm-hmm. Like if you use a credit card, they'll charge you like an extra 4%.
The company's just passing it on to the
That's what Claire said. She's like, oh, well, credit cards rates went up. And I'm like, well, that just means that just because now they have to pay more, they're just going to shit rolls downhill, and now they're just shitting on us to make up that money that they're losing. I said, so at the end of the day, it's the consumer that's getting fucked by this. So I had
back cash.
Well, yeah, I mean cash. But when I got my van out, the guy was like, "Yeah, it's like $13.59." He's like, "I got to tell you though, if you pay with a card, it's 4%." I'm like, 4% on that much? That's a fucking that's a big ass fee. So I'm like, "You take checks?" Because I don't have cash like that. It's like, "Yeah, we'll take a check." It's like, "All right, I'll see you with the check." And I'd go home look for a fucking check. But and then Monday that day, we went to Jersey Mike's and we didn't have the kids, so it was just Claire and I. And we're so old. We went and had lunch. We went and got our car inspected. We got it registered. And at the register place, same thing. It was an extra fee.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just to use the card. So I had to pay like an extra $2 to use my debit card.
And I say bring back cash, but we were at an FC Dallas game, I don't know, a month or so ago. Concession stand. Lauren sent me with cash, Sent me with cash like I'm allowance money. But she's like, here's cash, use this. Don't take cash.
It's like, I'm sorry, I thought this was America.
Yeah, don't take cash.
You see this president that's on this bill?
Yeah.
This is full currency. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah.
That really is just like trickle down fucking the consumer. Yeah. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm. So,
hold on, I think I had
shout out
more.
Chili's, bro.
Dude, Chili's is fantastic.
Chili's is a great
I told Claire,
value.
I was like, I want to know, since they promoted this 3 for me, because when we go, I get a burger and she gets a chicken sandwich, but I was like, I want to know, since this promo started, how many burgers they've sold.
So great.
It's probably 100,000 plus burgers have been sold like in the year that they've done this.
Have you been to the new Tom Thumb since we're being old?
I've heard terrible things.
Yeah.
Terrible. It's just expensive, is what everybody says.
Super fucking expensive.
Everybody's like, oh, okay, well, I'll just go somewhere else and save all this money.
I mean, they save, they have good deals, but it's good if you need that stuff, but if you don't need that stuff, it's terrible.
I don't know if I'll ever go there because we're so far on this side of town.
We went there just to
check it out.
Yeah, just to walk.
I mean, we're old white people, so we'll probably do that one day.
Yeah.
Let's just go to the new grocery store.
It was cool. It was like maybe the third or fourth day they were opening. We went late. We went to Chili's, and then after Chili's, it was like 9:30, and we went, and I was like, let's check it out, and it was empty, and it was nice, new.
That's what I've heard. I heard it's nice and new, but they're like, yeah, but everything's too expensive. Like we're solidly an Aldi family.
You know what's going in over there? They got all that the other.
Is it like a strip?
Yeah. So we're getting a Freddy's. Speaking of burgers,
what
Freddy's.
Is that?
It's like a steak burger place. Freddy's frozen custard and
Never
burgers.
Heard of it.
Oh, dude, they're all over the place.
Okay.
We're getting one of those. There's a Magic Mountain Pizza.
What are these places?
I don't know, but I looked up this Magic Mountain Pizza place.
Yeah. Sounds like somewhere I'd want to have my birthday at when I was like 12.
Bro, I think it's gonna be good.
Do they have like arcade games?
Yeah.
Or okay, I was gonna say it sounds like somewhere to hang out at.
It's like Mountain Mike's or Magic Mike's or something. I don't know, but it's going in over there. And then Lauren was showing me a bunch of TikToks she just typed that in and searched it, and it looks like they got good food. They got one over in Mansfield.
I rarely get to Mansfield.
Shout out Alex.
Oh yeah, Alex is there. I guess last time I was there, we met Alex at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah. And then we're getting a new Italian place on the opposite end of town from you, over there where like the Cancuns and stuff is at.
Yeah.
We're getting a new
The
Italian
new
place.
Cancun's or the old one?
The new one. So the one
that's
way
even
down
further
there.
down to
the
Red
one
Oak.
way down there.
Yeah,
We're getting a new Italian place down there.
I
Sidebar.
rarely go down there.
Yeah.
We just go to Tomatoes a lot.
Well, we went to Tomatoes.
You see your girl?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Every time we go, Claire's like, I wonder if she's working now. I say, well, if she is, I'm going to text Matt. I'm going to tell him she's here.
Oh, yeah. She waited on us. I had
Yeah.
to play it cool. The wife was there.
It's like she's enticing you.
Yeah, she knows.
She's got some big old boobies out
Dude,
for you.
Jesus. Yep.
Yeah.
Lord Jesus.
Yeah, you just got to be like, look at your menu when you order. Don't even make eye contact. Just hand her the
I
menu
just bring
back.
a pillow from home. I have to keep a pillow.
Oh, yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
wait. I had like one or two more questions. Hold on. Okay, how late is too late to cancel plans? And what's your go-to excuse?
How late is... Depends on the plans, I guess.
See, because we'll make plans with, Claire and I, and like the day of, Claire's like, I don't want to do this. She's like, I don't want to go see people. And I'm like, well, what are we going to do? What's the plan?
Diarrhea is a good one.
Diarrhea?
Nobody ever questions it.
And kids.
Yeah, kids.
Kids got diarrhea.
Yeah.
That's foolproof. But I mean, like,
Sick kids,
like
yeah.
Claire was not looking forward to like anything we got to do outside the house with people. And I'm like, look, you got to lay the groundwork now. You got to be like, think of something.
Yeah. Yeah.
She'll be like,
Work.
we'll be like getting ready, and she'll be like, is it too late to cancel? And I'm like, I think so. We're about to walk out the fucking door.
It's in 10 minutes.
Yeah, like I'm about to text them saying we're on the way. So yeah, I think it's too late.
Sick kids, work.
See, work wouldn't work for me, especially if it's like a Friday night.
Oh, yeah. No,
They're like,
you're
yeah,
not getting out of that.
You're not going to do anything for work.
You're not getting out of that.
So it's either diarrhea or your kids are sick.
Kids are sick, yeah.
See, once you have kids, I feel like, and I don't use this enough at work, but that is a foolproof excuse. And I've called in to work like twice in 2 years, but I'm like, I got two perfect excuses at the house right now,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and they won't question that.
No, hardly they hardly ever do.
But see, I don't like calling in work because that means somebody else has to do my job,
And it's fucked up when you get back.
and I'm not the best, but I'm better than those fucking people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, last one. What state or country would you like to live in?
Country, probably England
Okay.
for the soccer.
And there's really no language barrier.
Yeah, no language barrier. Canada would be cool. Some parts of Canada might be cool, even though they're what they got going on is just as bad as what we got going on down here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Switzerland, maybe.
I say somewhere like in Northern Europe like that for all the baddies.
Yeah, maybe a Nordic country like
Yeah. Finland, Switzerland.
Or not Switzerland, but Sweden, Norway.
Oh, Switzerland.
I think that's more Central Europe, isn't it?
I guess it's right there by like Germany and
Yeah.
Italy.
Yeah. So yeah.
They share the Alps.
Yeah, I've been
But
to.
yeah, Finland, Norway. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're smart.
Yeah.
They got some baddies.
Smart. Yeah.
I would go more like South America.
Mm-hmm.
Or even like somewhere like Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
We were watching Amazing Race, and like it's so fucking beautiful there.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm like, it's just cheap to live,
Yeah.
and I'm a poor boy, so I think
That's
I
not
would
bad.
be like actually middle class there.
It's not bad. Speaking of being middle class, if I'm staying in the States, something about the Midwest has always been kind of cool. Like maybe, I don't know,
Fucking Landry singing about Ohio.
Illinois. I've been to Ohio. Ohio's cool. Buffalo, New York. Like,
That's not in the Midwest.
no, but I'm just switching gears.
I was like,
Buffalo, New York.
Fucking freezing cold there.
Yeah, the winters would suck.
You get to see the Niagara Falls though.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Buffalo area, I should say upstate New York would be cool.
Yeah, upstate New York's beautiful.
Yeah, I've never been out that way, but yeah. I don't know, something about the Midwest, like, maybe Illinois, Indiana. I don't know, that'd be cool.
That sounds boring as fuck.
Yeah.
I'd go to New England. I'm thinking like Maine, New Hampshire,
Yeah, I like New Hampshire. Maybe.
Delaware,
Delaware.
first state to be
Rhode Island.
ratified into the country.
Rhode Island.
Fuck Rhode Island. I'm going to Rhode Island.
What did Rhode Island do to you?
Fuck that blues. I don't know. I really was thinking Maine. I'd like to go to Maine.
Yeah, I think about that sometimes because we'll see, like,
You see pictures in the fall of that play? Oh my god.
yeah, and sometimes Lauren will send me, like, I don't know where she sees them, but maybe it's like Facebook or something, but she'll send me like a Zillow listing, and it's like a 3,000 square foot house with a finished like 2,000 square foot basement in like northern Missouri, like Springfield or something, and it's like 239,000. I'm like,
Yeah, that house would be like $1 million here.
that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like, could I see myself there? Like,
Absolutely.
yeah,
I could see myself in any state where I could live more affordably.
right.
Like, I don't have an allegiance to Texas. I've lived here my whole life, and I'm not, like, diehard. I don't have a fucking tattoo of the state of Texas
No,
on me.
I love Texas. I really do, but shit, I could see myself in a couple other
I could
places
see myself in 49 other states or territories if it's the right.
I think Georgia is pretty. Like, I think I've been through Georgia a couple times.
See, I'd be out of the South, though. I'm tired of this heat shit.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like
Swamp ass is
Northeast.
real.
I'd either go straight Northeast or straight Northwest and be like an Oregon.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like at the top of the West or the top of the East.
Yeah, I like Canada too. I think Canada would be cool. Some parts of it, not like Toronto or Montreal, but maybe on
Like the rural side.
Yeah, like the western or maybe Calgary.
Calgary.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
Quebec.
Yeah.
And Ottawa's the capital. Go to Ottawa.
Yeah. So I want to visit first.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
Is
I'm not
Ryan
just jumping in.
is Ryan still banned from Canada? Ryan was banned from Canada for a while.
I have no idea. I think I might have heard the story. Weren't they like in New York?
Yeah, I think Van Horn was involved
In
somehow.
Dakota? Was Dakota with them?
Maybe, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure Ryan was, if not still banned from Canada.
I'm sure they let him off.
Yeah, maybe.
That was probably 15 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I can see myself in a couple other places.
Yeah.
Yeah, or, the beach gets hated on, its beach gets hated on, but me and Lauren love Galveston. I like Galveston.
Of all the beaches in all the world, you're going to Galveston.
No, not if I had my choice, but
You literally have your choice. That was
Okay.
the question. You can go anywhere in the world. You can go to fucking Hawaii and live on the beach.
I'll go to Nice, France.
Damn, then where'd you pull that out of? Where's
I've been there.
Nice?
Nice. It
Nice?
looks like nice. It's spelled nice, N-I-C-E.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Like Monaco. Yeah.
Yeah, you're fucking Mr. Pitbull over here. Mr.
Mr.
Worldwide.
Worldwide.
Damn.
Yeah. No, it's crazy.
Honestly,
over there.
though, I would be content with living in that basement in Missouri that you're
Dude,
talking
it's
about.
super nice,
Like,
too.
I don't care. My parents can live upstairs, and I'll take the basement.
Dude, the husband of the house like he knew what he was doing. He had a bar down there. Like, he was already set up. Like,
I wish we had
the
basements
upstairs
here.
had heated floors, and like the bathrooms, the driveway was like heat treated. So in the winter, like when they get snow,
And what's crazy is my house would probably be evaluated for that price now. And my
Right.
house is like half that.
yeah,
It's about 1,500 square feet, 3-bedroom,
yeah. I think
no basement.
I think one of the ones she sent me, it was like in Springfield, Missouri. It was like 4,000 square feet with like 2,500 finished out basement in the bottom, like 3-car garage. It was like $239 or $269, like something stupid affordable.
Yeah, I can make that work.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Shit, we could split that house.
yeah.
One of us
we
takes
really could.
upstairs, other one's downstairs.
We really could. All right, what do we got next?
Sports.
Sports. All right, let's see what I got up first. You want to do? Let's see. You want to do college football, or
Sure.
do you want to do pro football? You want to do Cowboys first?
Let's
You wanna get
start-
the misery out of the way.
Let's start with college and work our way up
College.
to misery.
Okay, so the first college football playoff ranking has been released.
Why are you saluting Hitler right now?
I'm not. I don't know
That is
what
a
I'm doing
straight
with my hand.
Hail Hitler symbol.
No,
you're doing,
this
dude.
is.
Okay, now it is.
Yeah, this.
You
I'm
were
just
a lazy Nazi. Now you're a full-blown Nazi.
a full mast.
Jesus.
The 12 team, the first 12 team, this year's the first 12 team playoff. So the first rankings are out. So number 1 Oregon, 2 Ohio State, 3 Georgia, 4 Miami, 5 Texas, 6 Penn State, 7 Tennessee, 8 Indiana. Shout out 9-0.
Wow. Good for them.
Yeah, I love the story. 9 BYU, 10 Notre Dame, 11 Alabama, 12 Boise State.
That's our boy.
First 2 out. SMU at 13 and Texas A&M at 14. So
Damn.
Texas.
I'm surprised. I guess I haven't watched enough SMU. Aren't they
Dude,
a
they're
one
good.
loss?
Yeah, 1 loss. They're
One-loss
good,
team?
man. They're fun to watch.
I like seeing all these new names too.
Yeah, so I love it, man.
Yeah, it's almost like somene's playing on NCAA, and they're like,
Yeah.
you get these.
Yeah,
There's not so many blue
matchups.
chips, which I'm cool with. I would
So-
love to see, an 8, 9, 10, whatever ranking, like just run the table and make it to the natty.
And what's cool is I think these first round games are home and home, like it's on campus.
Yeah.
So it's not like a Orange Bowl, Rose Bowl type situation.
Oh,
So
that's
the
probably
fir-
when they get down to the
yeah,
nitty gritty.
Yeah, down closer.
So is it just like if I'm the 4 seed playing the whatever 10 seed, it's on my
Your
campus,
school,
though, right?
yeah. So
you get
so
home field.
Get this: First round games would look like this. Boise State, which is 12, would be at Ohio State, which is 2. Alabama.
So only the number 1 team gets a bye?
Yeah, I think one gets a bye.
That's weird.
So first round games would look like this. Boise State, no, the first 4. Sorry.
Okay, I was going to say, it's got to be like an even number, right?
Well, it's not even top 4 because Ohio State is 2. First round games would look like this.
Okay.
Boise at Ohio State, Alabama at Texas, which is be fucking huge.
That's cool.
Notre Dame at Penn State, and Indiana at Tennessee.
See, that's only 6 teams, right? Or
yeah, I think there's 4 of them that get.
Or you must have said 18. Yeah, you said.
Yeah, there's 4 matchups.
4 matchups, so yeah, 8 games or 8 teams.
So I can.
I would love all those matchups. You kidding me? That's so cool.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I think it's fantastic that they finally went to this.
Oh, it's gonna be
this 12-team format.
It's gonna be cool when they go to 16 because they just can't help themselves.
Once they see the money they're making, they're gonna expand it. Yeah, why not? Now I don't want it to be something. I think 16 would have to probably be the cap.
The max, yeah.
Yeah, I think 12 is a good number. If they want to go to 16, I wouldn't complain. But if they kept it at 12, I'm good with that too. I think that's a good number to keep it at.
Yeah. So it is the top 4. It's not the top 4, but 4 teams do get a first round.
Well, I mean, you didn't mention Georgia. Oregon,
4 teams,
and
I want to say it's something to do with conference champions. Conference champions get it.
That makes
Maybe
sense.
I can pull this up right here. Let's see. Yeah, so it would be as it sits now. It would be Oregon, BYU, Georgia, and Miami having the buys.
BYU
Because they're projecting them to win the Big 12.
Dang! So even if you're like the 10th team, but you're the conference champ, you get a bye. I don't know if I like that or not. I think it should just be top 4. I don't know. We'll figure it out in a couple months.
Okay, it's breaking it down. Oregon would be the highest ranked conference champion and number 1 seed. Georgia would be the second highest ranked conference champion, SEC. Miami would be the third ranked highest ranked conference champion, ACC, and seeded number 3. And then BYU would be the 4th highest ranked conference champion.
Okay. See, that's why Ohio State's in because I forgot Oregon's now in the Big 10.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, wait, how's okay, that makes sense because they moved conferences.
Yeah.
Dude, Jim Adler's still carrying around that fucking sledgehammer.
Hammer. Hammer.
This guy's been swinging sledgehammers for like 30 years.
Yeah, just swinging.
You remember that Brian Longcar? You remember his remember what happened?
His son?
His daughter died and then he he himself.
Oh fuck!
He was like
didn't remember
dark story, yeah, because it was always what's his name? Brian Lockhart?
Brian Longcar, yeah.
And then Jim Adler were like the 2 Texas lawyers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his daughter was like a teenager and she got murdered and then he killed himself. It's really fucking sad. All right.
Anyway, moving on.
Okay, here we go.
All right, so
you got a mock, don't you?
Keeping college, yeah, we're gonna go mock draft. So I'm gonna break down the top 10 and then the Cowboys and then anything.
Wait,
else
we're not in the top 10?
Yeah,
not yet.
So number 1 overall, they got Travis Hunter going to the Patriots. Number 2, they got.
So what would Travis? What is he?
I think.
What is he slotted as?
People project him as a corner.
Wow, corner number 1. I guess they got their quarterback, right?
Well,
they drafted a guy.
And think about it, he's going to be a corner, but they're going to have packages drawn up for him offensively too.
I'd have him returning kicks.
Yeah, they're going to
doing little sweeps. I mean, whatever. If you're going to take a guy number 1, you better get him on the field.
They're going to put the ball in his hands because he's just too dynamic not to.
Is he really that good? Because I haven't watched much Colorado. He's worthy of a number 1.
He's good
in most drafts, or is this a weak class?
No. This is a strong class, not for quarterbacks necessarily. He's a dog.
Okay,
he's a dog.
Yeah. Good for them. Then they got Christian Gonzalez a couple years ago, so that'd be a good pairing.
Yep. Second overall, Jaguars. Will Johnson, cornerback out of Michigan, good player. So you'd have 2 corners going 1-2.
That's fucking wild, dude.
Round 3, the dude I pointed out a few weeks ago, Cam Ward, quarterback from Miami.
He's having a great year.
Yeah, he's
Heisman hopeful.
He's gonna eat off of this 1 year.
Wait, I'm sorry. What team did he get mocked to?
Saints, 3 overall. They need a quarterback.
They're gonna take over Spencer Rattler.
And this was before Jaden Daniels, and I'm gonna look silly, but I'll still stand by it. I said Spencer Rattler would be the best quarterback.
Yeah,
Jaden Daniels
is pretty fucking good.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about him in a minute. Pick 4, Carolina's picking Shadur Sanders, but I think they're fucking crazy because Deion will never let that happen.
That'd be such a bitch move.
He's not going to let it happen. He's already got picked out where he's not going to let his kid go to Cleveland or Carolina, New Orleans. He's going to go to the.
doesn't that just make the son look like such a bitch? Like,
did it make Eli Manning look like a bitch? Because the Mannings did the exact same thing. John Elway
I know,
did the exact same thing.
but I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's Dion.
It is.
And I don't fucking like Dion.
Yeah, it is.
See, Elway had leverage because he could have went and played for the Yankees.
Well, wasn't it a USFL thing too? Like he could have gone over there too.
Well, he went to spring training with the Yankees just to show him that he's flirting, and then USFL was like a real thing at the time.
Yeah, because
the Manning move was a bitch move because he's in. They're like, he needs a big market. It's like, bro, he's in San Diego. That's a pretty good market.
They eventually lost their team, but
Phillip Rivers, that trade was worked out for everybody.
Yeah.
A little bit more for the Giants. They
right,
Super
got
Bowls.
two. Yeah.
But I just hate that shit. To me, that's just
he's not going there.
That's such a bitch move.
He's going to go to Oakland Las Vegas it'll always be Oakland to me.
I know.
It's just hard.
Yeah. Well, what pick is Oakland then? Are they in the top 10 right now? Oh, we'll see. So maybe they make a swap.
Yeah,
they can make that shit happen.
It's not going to happen the way this has it laid out. Cleveland has the 5th pick. Mikael Williams, edge out of Georgia, a really good player. And I have trouble with this name. I'm going to call him T-Mac. Las Vegas has 6 overall. That Titrio McMillan.
T-Mac.
He's a Arizona wide receiver, 6'5".
Oh yeah, he's that number 1 receiver.
Yeah, he's good.
He's that big dog.
He's good. 7th overall. This is a little bit of a Dallas tie-in. Garrett Nussmeier, quarterback from LSU. His dad was the quarterbacks coach for a while.
Nussmeier?
No, I forget his name. But his dad was quarterbacks coach here for a while. 8 overall, Mason Graham, DL, Michigan, or defensive line, Michigan. 9th overall, James Pierce Jr., edge out of Tennessee.
Where are these guys going though? You're not saying where they're going. Where's this D lineman going?
Sorry, Miami Dolphins.
Okay.
Pick 9 is Tennessee Titans. They're picking James Pierce Jr., edge out of Tennessee. Pick 10 is Will Campbell for the Jets. He's an offensive tackle out of LSU. Round 1, pick 11, Dallas Cowboys select Ashton Genty.
Let's go.
Running back, Boise State.
But see, I saw some posts where people were like, before we get, because it was a picture of T-Mac from Arizona and Genty, and they're like, who should the Cowboys take in the first round? And all the comments were like, we need to not get playmakers. We need more O-line help. And I'm like, well, we kind of spent that collateral last year.
Well, here's the thing, though. And if Genty's there and they don't pick him and they pick an offensive lineman, I'm okay with it.
I mean, I would be too.
Because either way you go, you can pick. I'm not going to be mad spending first-round talent, and I don't care that they just drafted Guyton. Because if they draft a center, if there are really good centers there, you can kick BB out to right guard because I think
Martin's done.
He's done.
Yeah.
If they want to select a left tackle, cool. You can kick Guyton out to his natural position, which is right tackle.
And then bench Steele with a huge fucking contract, though.
Yeah.
See, that sucks.
I think he's gone.
Are they going to admit that they were wrong about Steele, though? That's the thing, is it takes a real GM to be like, you know what? My bad. Let's replace this guy. Let's eat some dead money. I just don't know if they would do that because they're so fucking full of themselves.
So I'll give you what the little caption here is. Dallas is pushing the idea that Zeke Elliott has become a distraction. Neither Rico Dowdle nor Dalvin Cook are billed as the savior of the offense, so the Cowboys give Dak Prescott a new backfield partner. Ashton Genty is a dynamic runner, but also a valued contributor in the pass game. CBS Sports has him ranked as a 14th overall prospect and the first running back prospect.
See, I like the idea of taking a running back just because it adds a whole nother dimension to the game. And I'm like you, I love building in the trenches. I'm not upset if they take a lineman, but at the same time, it's like we still wouldn't have a run game unless, they get somebody in the offseason because Zeke's done, Cook's done. I don't think Dowdle's the guy.
Well, and this is a deep running back class.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, you could all... We're just so... focused on one guy that we're not letting our hearts decide there's 5 other guys that we can get.
I've never made it a secret that Ashton Genty is my pet cat of this draft, and I want him. And
the fact that he was from Frisco, I mean, it's just cool that he could come home.
And he's a dog.
He's Mike Myers in the backfield.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I love it. So, pick 26, they have the Philadelphia Eagles selecting an interior lineman on the interior offensive lineman, Donovan Jackson from Ohio State. Don't know much about him, but
God damn, boy.
Ohio State linemen. I mean, they're producing talent every year. And then they have the Commanders picking 29 and picking Cameron Williams, left tackle out of Texas. So that's really kind of the...
That'd be smart for them just to watch out for Jaden Daniels.
Yeah. So that's really kind of the stuff.
We're not even going to... Wait, I guess you already said the Giants. I was say we're not even going to mention them, but
Nussmeier.
They're probably top like 6 or 7.
And this will change a dozen times in the next 6-8 months.
I think we'll move up to the top 10.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Bro.
I don't think... and we'll get to it, and we can move to it now. I see 1, maybe 2 wins.
You got the schedule pulled up?
I got it. All right, so to recap, Andrew had...
Don't you do it.
Okay.
Don't tell them about my prediction. Nobody listens anyways. I don't want to
bring it up. So here we are,
up.
sitting at 3-5. It's a dumpster fire.
I had high hopes for the year. That's all I'll say. This defense is still good with still players. Still good. You don't think Micah? Okay, think about this. Our top 4 pass rushers and 2 All-Pro corners are out. You don't think with those guys back, our defense is better?
Micah Parsons,
Nealon,
and Tank Lawrence were all on the field for Baltimore. They were all on the field for New Orleans. Still got blown out.
Those are okay. New Orleans, I get that, but Baltimore could win the fucking Super Bowl.
It doesn't matter. We still got blown out with those dudes on the field. Like, this is not.
But you don't think in the next 4 or 5 games after that they couldn't have shaped up? So what? You just want to get rid of those guys?
No, absolutely not. But
well, they're still good players then, right?
I'm open to trading. I'm listening to any trade offer for. Well, it's passed, but I would have listened to any trade offer for any dude outside of like 2 or 3.
Who's your 2 or 3?
Dak.
Lamb.
I
like Ferguson, but I get why you would trade him because he's still young.
I'm listening to maybe Dak and Lamb. Maybe that's it. Maybe Tyler Smith. I'm not listening to anything.
Tyler Smith and then Bland just because he's young and cheap.
I'm listening to everything. You know how much we could transform our franchise if we traded Parsons.
We get 2 first-round picks.
At least.
Yeah, you probably get like 2 1s and a 2. And I'd be open to that too because, like I said, I think like when people are like, "Oh, we still got good players," we do, but we have no depth, and so I think we just need to build the team up like from top to bottom.
And the thing is we can't fucking miss. If this is how we're gonna build our team, we're not gonna play in free agency.
Which is weird because we used to be big dogs in free agency,
and we're gonna be drafted and developed. You got to fucking hit.
What was that? 3 years ago, Mozzie Smith and Shoemaker. Terrible. That was a terrible one too.
Terrible. Okay, so
just real quick, just when you see the stats on Mozzie Smith, they're like, he's ranked last in every fucking metric for a DT. Like, he hasn't registered a pressure all year.
Nope. All right, so sitting at 3-5, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What we got? 8. We got 9 games left.
Yeah, 17.
Yeah, 9 games left. All right, so I'm gonna run through. You're gonna give me a win-loss, okay?
All right, so we're 3-5 now.
3-5. And if you'll write mine down too, I'm not prepared. 3-5 currently, 9 games left. I'll give you the opponent and the venue.
Okay.
So, week 10, home against Philly.
That's a loss.
It's a loss. They're hanging 30. Home, week 11, home against Houston.
That's a loss.
On Monday Night Football.
Loss for you too?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Week 12 at Washington, noon game.
Loss.
Thanksgiving, week 13, New York.
That's a win.
I think that's a win. Monday night, week 14, home against Cincinnati.
That's a loss.
It's a L.
They have dynamic playmakers.
Yeah.
And this time we're talking about, those are all Dak's games out, and I heard he might be out for the year.
I would just shut it down.
And I would just start Trey Lance, like you said. Like, why make that trade?
Yeah.
And why make a move if you're not going to?
Absolutely.
And then, like you said, we can get a compensatory pick for him if he shows out.
Absolutely.
Because we're not going to re-sign him, one way or another, because they got Rush. That's why it was such a weird move, because by taking Lance, I was like, oh, they're going to flirt with this and maybe not sign Dak.
That's all it was, and that was stupid. Give a 4th for it. Stupid.
Well, we also gave up a
we'll get to
recently.
That. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Week 15 at Carolina. I think that's a win.
I'll take a win. Mingo's going off, dude. That's a revenge game.
That'd be cool. Week 16 at home against Tampa Bay. Baker's going to eat.
Loss.
Sunday Night Football. Week 17 at Philly.
Loss.
It's a loss. And week 18 at home at Washington. versus Washington. Sorry, that's a no.
I'm gonna take that win.
That's a no. Maybe we win because they're sitting.
I was gonna say I think they're gonna be like they're gonna win the division. So you want to both say win, or are you still saying loss?
I'm gonna say loss.
So we're gonna lose to their backups.
Yeah.
Hold on, you said loss, they win. Okay, so I got us winning 3 more games for a record of what was that, like 6
and
11, and you would have them
5
winning
and
2
12.
more, 5 and 12. Yeah. You remember how fucking good we looked against Cleveland? I was like, dude, this team's legit. I think we might actually make a run. And that's when we made all these stupid suggestions.
Yeah, we're fucking riding a high, dude. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I think I don't like the lame duck coaching situation. I think McCarthy's done. I think he's
really
lost
hope
the
he's
room.
done. Did you see what Brad Johnson was asking last year? I just saw a report that last year
Johnson?
Who did I say? Brad
Johnson.
Oh, shout out. Did he win a Super Bowl?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Ben Johnson was asking for $15 a year for a first-year coach.
Yeah, but he was asking that from who was he flirting with? Not Seattle. Who's he flirting with?
Is it not just like a...
No. He wanted the Seattle job, and he was asking for 15 from somebody else because he thought he could get it. But if Seattle would have offered him, he would have taken less to go to Seattle.
Well, he'll probably get a job next year.
I hope it's with us.
Seattle would have been a good... Yeah, but...
I don't think so.
That's what they're saying. Like, well, McCarthy makes a third of that. He makes less than 5 a year, and they're like, I don't know if they're going to give 15 to a first-year head coach.
Jason Witten, come on down.
I love Jason Witten, but that's so fucking stupid.
It's a Jerry move, dude.
I know it's just very Jerry
It's a Jerry move.
He go, oh, we're going to get all the headlines. People are going to be
dude.
talking about this.
It's his dude. He
It's
knows
like
he's
I want y'all to just hire the most boring guy who just eats, sleeps, and drinks football.
I want a dude who's innovative.
Yeah. Young, innovative, know what the fuck's like where the league is going, the trajectory of the league. We need a guy like that.
Yeah, but we won't get him. We'll get fucking Vrabel, or God forbid we get fucking Belichick, because Belichick,
Vrabel I'd be okay with. Just he's like that. He's from from the Belichick tree, and I feel like he's like a gritty, like no bullshit. You know, he's at least gonna like
Jerry. I think
get the guys to play.
Jerry, I think would see Vrabel as his Dan Campbell.
That's cool.
I'm cool with it. I would be okay with. You could talk me into Vrabel if
you could talk. That's what I'm saying.
I would need to know who his OC is.
Well, yeah, that's true. Hopefully, like some young, innovative college guy that's just like revolutionizing.
The name that brought us throughout the other day was like, don't sleep on this. Cliff Kingsbury.
Where he's thriving somewhere. Is he
Washington?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he's like, you don't think you could take a look at Dak and
I'm down
CD,
with that too.
And he's like, and if you get Genty in here, he's like, you don't think he's looking at that and think he can make that work?
That'd be fucking dope. If we had Vrabel and Kingsbury.
He's talking about Kingsbury for the head coach.
Oh, really? I thought you were talking about OC.
Yeah.
Well, if he does good enough for the OC, then give him a shot.
I think number one on my wish list is Ben Johnson.
Oh yeah, has been. If we get Ben Johnson and Ashton Gentry in this house next year, I think we're both going to be
fucking.
We're just going to be the same fucking losers. Every going, hey, we might make the conference championship, boys.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah. So, and as we mentioned, the Cowboys did make a trade. We traded a 4th round pick.
But you mentioned, didn't we have multiple 4th round picks?
No, we had one. We have multiple 5ths. We have multiple 5s.
Oh shit! I was thinking we had a couple of 4s to play around with.
No.
Damn. So we go 1, 2, 3, and then like 2 5s or 3 5s.
Yeah.
I guess you could always pair the 5s to move up for a 4, but yeah,
You could.
I was thinking that's the round we had multiple in. So that's why I was like, well, just one of 3.
So Jerry teased a move after last week. Said, we're going to make it. And this was a move just to make a move.
Just to have your name in the paper.
That's all it was. So we traded a 4th round pick, a 2025 4th round pick to the Carolina Panthers in exchange for Jonathan Mingo and a 2025 7th round pick. So Jonathan Mingo, a wide receiver out of Ole Miss. The Cowboys liked him coming out of the draft last year. He was a 30 visit guy, so he came into the facility pre-draft. They liked him. He's a big physical receiver. He'll go up and get it. He's not a CD Lamb where he's got a lot after the catch. He's got a 4.46 40, so he's not like blazing fast.
That's pretty fast though for a physical guy.
Yeah. So.
Well, the one silver lining I said, he's in his 2nd year, so that means 2 more years on a rookie contract. They probably, like you said, he's a top 30 visit guy. They obviously like something about him. So I'm thinking that they could maybe get him in here, get him in his system for 2.5 more years.
So, like the article says, Mingo is only 1 year removed from being the 39th overall pick, so he's a top 40 pick.
Yeah, he was an early second-round pick.
Top
That's what I'm
40
saying.
pick.
From Ole Miss, I mean, that's where DK went and Debo. So
But it says he hadn't been so good in the NFL. He was buried so deep on the Panthers depth chart that his snaps actually decreased from week 8 to week 9, even though Carolina traded Deontay Johnson. So, and I heard one Carolina media person say that he was their Mozzie Smith.
fuck.
So
we got two. We got one on each side of the ball now.
Take that for what you will.
What we should have done was traded straight up Mozzie for Mingo and be like, hey, my shit guy for your shit guy.
Bobby Belt, the great Bobby Belt, he covers the Cowboys. Out of 126 players with 75 targets or more over the last two seasons, Jonathan Mingo ranks 126th out of 126 guys in the NFL in success rate. The gap between Mingo at 126 and Ramondre Stevenson, who is a running back at 125, is 3 percentage points, and that's a larger gap than between any two back-to-back players on the list.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
So, in another tweet, Chiefs get Hopkins for a 5th, Jets got Adams for a 4th, Ravens got Johnson for a 5th, and we got Jonathan Mingo for a 4th. This family has lost their entire minds.
And you got that Jerry quote? Like, nobody does this fucking job better than me.
So there was one quote in here that kind of just puts it all in perspective. So let's see. On the latest episode of the Scoop City podcast, the Athletics' Diana Rossini, who was at the kind of the head of the controversy with Dak or with Jerry in the radio comments.
Oh yeah,
he was the one. She was the one he doubled down to and was like, "Yeah, I'd say it again," or I don't regret saying anything. The Athletics' Diana Rossini said that rival teams were texting her to ask why the Cowboys made the deal, including joking that maybe Mingo is related to the Jones family as a distant cousin. So
yeah,
other teams were texting this Rossini's asking like why.
Yeah, like this makes no sense.
Like
we got a guy that's literally the worst receiver, statistically. But like you said, he's buried. He had bad QB play. And the only silver lining is he's young and he's cheap on a contract, and they see him as what's it called, like a reclamation or rehabilitated. Yeah, he's a project. They think I guess Will McClay had some say in this. He goes, I like this guy, and
I don't think so. I
think it's straight Jerry move.
I think yeah, of course.
Well, then why wouldn't they go get? There's probably more guys available. I just don't get why he caught their eye. They should have looked at all this and been like, I think we can get this guy for a 7th.
Yeah,
we traded Cooper for a 5th, and Cooper is a borderline Hall of Fame player who's still in the league like 3 years later. Mm-hmm. It just doesn't make sense to me, man. And they're the professionals, quote, but I just don't know why you get a guy that's literally ranked the last in so many metrics.
And then the gap between him and the next guy, and the next guy is the largest gap on the whole list.
So it's a big difference between second worst and worst.
126 to 125.
And a 4th is a premium pick, dude.
Yeah,
it really is. Good guys in the 4th round.
Good sweet spot.
Yeah. Third, 4th round to me is where you still find starters, and then 5th, 6th, 7th is where you're looking to like depth and special teams.
Yeah,
once you get past, I think Bland was a 5th, but that guy's like a unicorn. But yeah, I still feel like in the 4th round, like we're drafting starters or guys who are going to compete and make the roster.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
shout out Carolina GM for getting that deal done.
He couldn't have said yes fast enough.
Oh yeah, he's like, I'll throw in a 7th. Yeah, you fucking idiots. Of course, 7th round pick. That's what Jerry thinks. Like, I'm gonna get a player and a pick out of this. Yeah. It's like the value you just gave up. Like, didn't Jimmy Johnson had the draft chart? I guess it's for draft picks though. But, like they associate it with points.
There's draft sheets. Yeah.
I'm like, y'all got fleeced so hard on this.
Yeah. So
yeah. It's just
shout out Cowboys.
I feel like the year's over. We're just going to be like watching for draft picks.
Yeah, we're done.
Well, Dak's out, minimal 4 weeks. They said it could be season ending.
Well, he's got
and that's what I don't get is you lost your quarterback. You're 3-5. The other teams are like 6-2. So there's a wide gap in the division, and you go and make a trade, and you're a buyer and not a seller.
Yeah,
that's what was crazy to me. It's like when they said they made a trade, I was like, oh, who'd they get rid of? Oh no, they added a guy. Like, wait, what? We're buyers at the deadline right now, and we lost our quarterback, and our defense is toast? Oh, that makes no sense to me, man.
Yep.
That was such a frustrating day.
Yeah, Dak's injury is much worse. It's a hamstring avulsion where the hamstring actually rips off the bone.
God damn.
Yeah. So surgery could be an option. He's out at least.
Well, just
4.
shut him down, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, there's no point in bringing him back.
Come on.
Should be Trey Lance.
Yeah, come on, Trey Lance.
Like, I know we signed Cooper, but it's like, let's just see what the guy's
We know what
got.
Cooper is.
Yeah.
We know what Cooper is.
That's what I'm saying. And if Trey balls out and we're like, hey, thanks for doing that, and someone signs him to a decent deal, we get a pick for it.
Yeah, we get a comp pick. Here's a hill to die on. Dallas Cowboys subreddit is the most brain dead fucking place on earth. The takes and the opinions that come out of that place are just just stupidity.
Well, I feel like if you're a true fan, you have to be able to like criticize and talk shit about your team as good as anybody.
People are talking about Dak being the problem. Dak is so far down on the list of reasons why you're bad.
Well, let's see. O-line's losing it. There's no good receivers other than CD and Ferguson catching the ball. You know, there's no.
Well, Ferguson
they
can't even
get open.
Ferguson, he's not running routes because your O-line is so bad. He's got to stay in and help.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's not getting time to pass, and when he is passing it, there's little to no separation between them.
Well, thank you for hitting on that, and I've hit on it before. Dak is ranked first in the NFL in tight window throws, and his receivers are ranked last in separation rate. So that means when you do complete a pass, you've got to be absolutely fucking perfect because you're fitting it in a window that is so small. And Dak is not the issue. He was just the next guy up. People talk about the money. He was just the next guy up.
Well, people who talk about money too don't realize the open market would have driven that price
He
up.
would have got 70.
So I agree that we should have signed him earlier. Like, Jerry's a fucking idiot for waiting till an hour before the kickoff. But all along, I was like, I'm still a Dak guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
I don't think he's the problem.
No.
You see him on the sideline, he goes, "We fucking suck."
And he's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
And I wasn't even mad at him. I was like, yeah, he's fucking right. Because you know what I said watching that game?
We
fucking suck. That's the second, maybe the third game in a row where I just turned it off.
The offense is outdated. It doesn't work. It's broken.
Once I saw that that fullback dive on like 3rd and 5, I was like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We need 5 yards, dude. That is not a dive play. That's a pass play.
That was Mike McCarthy thinking he was in his bag.
And then he keeps running jet sweeps. I was like, these jet sweeps aren't working, dude. If you're going to run a jet sweep, I mean, I guess CD's a good player, but, you know, I'd like to see more of Turpin. At least he's a playmaker. That's what I was thinking, too. Like, oh, we don't need a receiver. We'll just play Turpin. We got CD. We drafted a guy. Like, get the guy out there we just drafted. Let's see what he's got. We shouldn't have been buyers. Just to get back on the trade, we shouldn't have been buyers at the deadline. No. That's what's so stupid to me is we're clearly a team whose season is over.
That's what I'm saying.
We're looking for the future, and we're buyers at the deadline.
I would have listened to anything and everything. You know, short of a couple guys, even Micah. Like, I don't know if I'd trade Micah now. I would trade if I was going to trade Micah. It'd be draft night. Where I knew where I was going.
Yeah.
I knew what pick I'm going to get.
Yeah, like, I want this guy right now, and I'm willing to make this trade to make it happen.
Yeah, and at least at least you don't make a trade now, and the team.
As much as I hate to say it, and it seems like it was impossible a couple years ago, like, I see the possibility as being there. Because what if Micah doesn't want to resign? What if he wants to hit the open market?
No,
we can't afford him.
He wants to be a Dallas Cowboy.
Oh, okay, well then.
He wants to be.
Then, I don't know. I still like him. He's still got a dog in him. I would keep Micah. I would trade, if I could, I would trade Trayvon Diggs. Oh, yeah. Personally, I am not a Diggs fan. He had a fantastic year a couple years ago, but he might not get, 14 in a year or something like that? Mm-hmm. He might not get 14 for the rest of his career.
No, I don't know if we'll get half that.
You know what I'm saying? For the next 5 years, he might not get 14 more picks combined.
Did you hear him drop the fucking D's nuts on the reporter?
Was it the one that he confronted after San Francisco?
He confronted him.
Which, that's such a soft move. That means that he had after the game, he went and looked on the phone. And they said that Diggs wasn't even tagged in there.
No.
So he didn't get an alert. He's just looking at, after a full game, came out full uniform and started getting into it with her. I'm like, dude, you're a professional athlete. Take the fucking L.
Mike Leslie was like, hey, we can talk about it now if you want to. And he's like, talk about these nuts.
Okay, well, that's a good line. But I mean, dude, if you're so fucking soft that you can't take criticism, whose job it is to write basically reports on the game, that's fucking soft. I'm sorry, dude, but when I saw that, I was like, God damn it, I am not a Diggs fan.
10 ply, bro.
That's so soft.
Didn't play. All right.
Now Bland's got that dog in him.
When are we going to see him? They were talking about him coming back pre.
I think it was at least 6 weeks though, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I thought he was coming at least the San Francisco game.
Unless it's one of those things where like he hasn't progressed, and they're like, I was gonna say if he had a setback, and they're like, look, we fucking suck. I don't want you to hurt yourself even more.
Yeah.
I'm at the point now where like, let's just get healthy. Let's look forward to next year. We're gonna talk about a lot of draft, which I'm down for.
Yeah. All right. I'm depressed enough. Let's talk about what we've been watching and let's get out of here.
Oh, real quick though, we got defensive player of the year, offensive all those updates.
Yeah.
We'll go quick. So my right now defensive player of the year, TJ Watt.
Okay.
Guy that we should have had.
Okay.
My dark horse.
Yeah.
Max Crosby.
Okay, I got a different one. My dark horse is.
I also had one more. In case you say him, I'm going to say it too.
Hold on, I'm getting there. So my dark horse, I had T.J. Watt, but my dark horse is Trey Hendrickson from the Bengals. He's an edge player. Hear me out. I'm gonna make his case. Okay.
I saw his name on that list too. These are all, you know what though? All white guys. How about it?
You went there, not me.
Hey, nothing wrong with it. Nothing
leads the league in sacks at 11 and quarterback hits at 22, 5 more than anybody else. He's tied for number 1 with 11 tackles for loss and ranks second in pass rush win rate.
Is he the guy that was like wanted a big contract but they wouldn't do it? Or I think he had a contract dispute and he's like, look, I'm one of the best in the league.
Maybe.
So good for him for going out there and showing it. I'd be down for that. You know what? I want him to win it just so it's somebody different. Just because it's a name that we haven't talked about.
Yeah.
I think that would be. I think that's a very solid win.
That's my defensive player of the year.
Dude, I feel bad for the Bengals. Like that's a good team with a bad record. We're a bad team with a bad record. They're a good team.
Yeah. Shout out Joe Burrow.
Okay, my offensive player of the year, Derrick Henry.
Mine too.
And I don't think it should be a quarterback because quarterbacks win MVPs every year.
Mine too.
And my dark horse, Jamar Chase. Shout out Bengals.
All right. Let's see. Who did I have? I had Derrick Henry.
Man, if only we had the cap space to sign that guy. That would have been cool.
My dark horse, and it may be because he's on my fantasy team, Justin Jefferson.
Is he having a better year than Chase though? I guess you probably don't have it all pulled up right now, but recency bias would tell me that Jamar Chase after that game.
Yeah.
Which I didn't watch 1 second of, but I did see some highlights.
So, let's see if I can pull something up real quick. So yeah, he's averaged 30 routes per game. He's 3.3 yards per route run, ranked second behind Nico Collins, who's my other fantasy receiver.
Oh, at least you're being humble about it.
Dude, I've had some bad years. Two years in a row last place.
I would gladly take 2 years if I could just win a championship.
More than 31% of his receptions go for 20 yards or more. He's posted 69.6% catch rate when the average receiver in the same spots would have caught 61%.
I mean, he is above average. That's for
sure.
So
the only receivers with more yards over expectation are Jamar Chase and Jaden Reed.
Imagine a college football team that had Joe Burrow, Justin Jefferson, and Jamar Chase on the same field.
Some would call him the greatest college
so fucking
team ever.
stupid, dude.
So
I mean, they might be like the greatest talented team I've ever seen.
My dark horse, and I hate it, Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, that play last week was fucking
the reverse
crazy.
hurdle.
That's what they're saying, like, oh, that Garrett Wilson catch. And they're like, that wasn't even the best catch of the highway. But that wasn't even, to me, the best of the weekend because how many one-handed catches have we seen? But how many backwards hurdles have you ever seen?
One.
That's what I'm saying. That's a one-of-one play. That's what they were saying. Like, that's got to be the play of the year so far because no one's ever done that. So he did a spin move, saw that defender coming, and hurdled him backwards.
Yeah. So my dark horse is, oh, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
What up, guys?
What up, Riz?
See you later, Risley. Okay. So I'm going to move to Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Okay. Oh, I don't have that.
Pretty simple. It's Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, I hate to say it.
Jaden Daniels.
He's pretty fucking good.
I have Brock Bauer as number 2. Brock Bauer is pretty good. Pretty good. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Who you got? You got those?
Nope, I don't have anything.
Jared Verse.
Oh, from Florida State? Where did he go, though?
Rams.
Oh, wasn't he? He had to have been a second-round pick, though, or did they?
No, he's the first round.
Oh, this is the year they got their first round back?
Yeah, you got Coach of the Year?
Dan Campbell. Maybe. Oh, you know what? I'll say Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn turning that team around, making them a playoff contender already. I always think if it's your first-year coach and you can do something special like that, you should get high consideration. Which he's not a first-year head coach, but he's first year there.
I'm going a little off the wall.
Okay.
I'm going Kevin O'Connell from Minnesota Vikings.
That's a good pick. I mean,
He's done a great job.
Yeah, because I was telling somebody about that. Like, I thought that division was really good with Green Bay and Detroit and Chicago's rebuilding, but I would have picked Minnesota to probably be third or fourth in that division.
Right.
And they are, if you were power rankings, they're probably in the top 5 or 7.
Yeah. No, they're...
So, that's a great pick just because they're playing above where a lot of people would have predicted them to be.
You got MVP?
I had Lamar Jackson again. With my dark horse, though, Jared Goff.
That's my pick. Because if you take him away from the Lions...
He's the perfect fit for that team.
You take him away, and it's just the story of him being kind of a trash deal thrown away with the Rams, and then...
he took the Rams to the Super Bowl, and they're like, you know what? I'll just trade you quarterbacks, and I'll give you 2 1s. And you're like, yeah, I'll fucking take that deal.
Yeah.
And, it worked for the Rams because they got a Super Bowl, but goddamn, the Detroit Lions got a quarterback that is a dark horse MVP candidate and 2 1s. So that was just such a cool move.
Yeah, so I've got him as my pick.
I'm pretty much rooting for the Lions for the rest of the year, I think.
Yeah, I'm rooting for Detroit for sure.
I like Dan Campbell. I like both their running backs. I like their quarterback, their defense, everything they built. They built a whole culture over there of we're the underdogs. No one's gonna fuck with us. We're gonna eat all the kneecaps. And I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude. That's what I want on my team. I just want a team full of dogs that believe in our coach.
I'm rooting for Detroit in the NFC, and then I'm really pulling for the Bengals. I like Joe Burrow, I like Jamar Chase.
Same.
I've always liked the Bengals. Everything down to their freaking uniforms and their helmets. I think
those
they got the
whites
best,
they wear
the
are
whites
fucking clean.
Yeah, they are.
Those are really nice.
So yeah, those are my 2 I'm rooting for. And so yeah, let's get with. I'll get my what am I watching and listening to out of the way real quick.
Okay.
Shocker, I'm not watching much. I did watch a documentary. It was a true crime documentary. On Netflix. Me and Lauren knocked one out the other night. Nice. Don't remember the name of it though.
Oh, well, that doesn't help.
Not at all. It was good though. It was pretty good. Pretty good. Not good enough to remember the name. Listening to again more Cowboy stuff. I feel like I listen to more Cowboy stuff when we're bad than when we're good.
I listened to part of that DLLS
with Jeff Kavanaugh.
Yeah, I might listen to that actually when I get home.
Yeah, it's Kavanaugh and Jesse Holly. I like them, and then the one star podcast, Dallas Cowboys 1-Star podcast. It's got KT and John Machota.
Is that the same umbrella company, or are they 2 separate entities?
No, they're 2 totally separate.
Okay, it's just weird that they're buddies and the shit came out at the same time.
Yeah,
that made me think maybe they're the same company. They're just doing different shows.
The the 1-Star podcast used to be about them Cowboys, and then whatever it was the Athletic umbrella, and I guess they split from them and they're doing their own thing. But it's John Machota and KT. So, and that's probably my favorite. I know it's the one where as soon as it comes out, I'm listening to it.
You like that one more than the DLLS?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's one part of that DLLS I don't like.
What's that?
There's one person on there I just don't care for it. I don't want to be this guy, but it's Aisha Morrison, the one female on the podcast. I don't like.
Fucking First he's throwing up Hitler signs. Now he's a misogynist.
I'm not a misogynist. It just I don't know. I don't know. I don't vibe with her. I guess I don't know.
That's fine. You're entitled to your opinion.
But I like Clarence Hill and I like Jesse Holly and of course Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh is good to me, but when he gets too charactery and too I don't know. That's when it's annoying to me. He's like that junior high kid that I'm like,
you
just want to thump him in his fucking forehead. But then he'll say something, that you really agree with.
Yeah.
And when he's serious, I like him.
Yeah.
But when he tries to act all goofy, I'm like, just shut the fuck up, man.
Yeah, and then
but he is very insightful and knows what he's talking. That's what I'm saying. When he's on it, and I really like it.
And then
that sounded really gay.
Probably third on my Cowboys podcast power rankings is Love of the Star. That's
Broadus.
That's Broadus and Bobby Belt.
See, I like both those guys too.
Yeah, Broadus is, to me, he's...
Dude, 50th episode, Broadus.
Dude, yeah, Broadus.
That'd be dope.
Come on our fucking...
He seems like the kind of guy that just say, like, fuck it, I'll do it.
No, I don't think so.
If he had time to do it, he would do it.
Super Bowl winning scout Brian Broadus on this podcast?
Fuck yeah, dude.
I don't think he'd tarnish his name. I have him at the house. Come on, Broadus, come to the house.
If we'd made him like some salsa, I think he'd do it. We'd made him some glizzies. We just start grilling some hot dogs. He's down.
Dude,
Broadus is one of us. That's what I like about him. I saw when I got to listen to him on the radio, for years, and I finally saw a picture. I was like, "That is not what I thought that man would look like at all."
Not at all. They never do.
Yeah, well, sometimes you're like, okay, like
They never do.
that's what he looks like, but I'm like, that's Brian Broadus right there. That fucking nerd. He looks like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just not what I was expecting. But yeah, I love that
Never
guy.
is.
Love that guy. Don't want to trash talk Broadus.
No.
He's the man. He
Yeah.
might hear this, so I don't want to, I don't want to discourage him.
Yeah, don't. All right.
Is that it?
That's it for me.
What I was watching on Halloween, I watched Day of the Dead, which is the third in the George A. Romero Dead trilogy.
Yeah.
That's a really good one. Claire and I just finished today before I came over. We finished the newest season of Amazing Race because that's like the only other show that we both really like, other than we both like Project Runway actually, but we also like Big Brother and Amazing Race. So it was like season 24. It was really good, dude. We both really liked that show.
Nice.
Like I said, I watched Goodfellas on my birthday. As a family, we watched Matilda. If you remember that movie?
Of course.
That's really cool because Danny DeVito starred and directed that movie.
And
Put your arm down.
Mara Wilson. The girl who played Matilda, I think her mom or somebody died, like when they were filming that, or maybe after. And he helped her through it.
He was like a mensch.
Yeah, he helped her through it, and supported her, and was there for her. So shout out to Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito's a great guy.
Yeah.
I actually had a Danny DeVito 3-day weekend because we watched that. And the next day we watched Hercules, the Disney version, and he's one of the stars, the voice actor there. And then the next day is when we went to Jersey Mike's, and he's like the spokesman of Jersey Mike's. So I literally had a Danny DeVito birthday weekend.
Nothing wrong with that.
So yeah, Matilda and Hercules with the kids. Those were the movies that I've watched, and then books. Let me pull this up. This one's called Tripped. It's Nazi Germany, the CIA, and the dawn of the psychedelic age. Just a quick summary. It says it's a new history of drugs in post-war America, examining the untold story of how Nazi experiments into psychedelics covertly influenced CIA research and secretly shaped the war on drugs. And it was pretty interesting. It really was. Later on in the book, it gets more into the hippie culture because it talks about it's really just the history of LSD and how it started and then progressed and where we are now. And how it's being legalized and has all these medical benefits that people are finally realizing. But it had a lot to do with MK Ultra and all the shitty stuff that the CIA did with it. I think you would really like it. It was interesting. I listened to Carrie, Stephen King's first book, and it was pretty good. Especially for his first book. I know it was a classic considered to a lot of people, and considering that was his first book he ever put out, it's pretty fucking cool. Today I finished another Stephen King book called Fairy Tale, which is his take on a fairy. Well, it's called Fairy Tale, but yeah, it had nothing to do with anything Stephen King related that you would think before. It really was just a story of a magical kingdom and a prince and all this weird shit. But it was interesting. It was just it was 19 or 20 hours long. Damn. And there was times where I was I'm just gonna take a break and listen to something else, put on the music. So if you're a big Stephen King fan like me and eventually you want to listen to every Stephen King book, I would just say this one could wait. You'll get to it eventually. It's not one of those ones where listen to it immediately.
Right.
But it was different because like I said, it wasn't anything horror based or it was fantasy based. So that was cool. I did start a podcast for the first time in a long time. It's called Dead and Gone. It's about these two Grateful Dead fans that were at kind of this community, I don't know. It was more like a park that they just kind of moved into, and they were beaten and murdered. And then this guy was kind of railroaded for the case and sent to jail for 30 years. And spoiler alert, he ended up dying in prison, but he never admitted guilt. He always maintained his innocence. And, the podcast already convinced me that the guy was innocent, the one that died in prison, and that by like the second episode, they already have the name of who everyone. Because, you know, Grateful Dead, and especially in 1985, like, that's the prime for, like, traveling around and being, you know, in a community. And everyone was like, yeah, it's this guy named Bo. Like, Bo fucking did it. Like, everyone was convinced that it was Bo. Because Bo ended up just having arguments with these people. The murder happened, and the next day he disappeared. No one ever saw Bo again. So the case is about, basically, this guy was wrongfully convicted, died in prison, and everyone said, like, it was this other guy. And so they're trying to prove that. And I'm a little bit more than halfway done. I'm going to finish it tomorrow because, like I said, I had to finish the book today. But, yeah, it's a wrongful conviction case, and everyone said it was this guy. So, you know, it's pointing towards this guy. And the only other thing is Queen. Been listening to a lot of Queen because it turns out Owen's a big fan.
Okay.
So he started with...
worse.
Yeah. So there's this really cute video of him singing in the car. I'll have to show you later. But today, like, every time he gets in the car, he wants to listen to Queen. And he's impersonating. Today we put on a Live Aid from YouTube. Mm-hmm. We watched the whole Queen set, which was only about 23 minutes long, but it starts off with Freddie Mercury on the piano playing Bohemian Rhapsody, and Owen gets on his little kitty, it's like literally a cat keyboard, and he's banging it, and then he pulls the mic up and he's singing the mic, and then they switch, and Freddie Mercury gets his guitar out, so Owen goes and picks up his little guitar, and he's strumming his guitar, and he's just singing his heart out. So the kid's like a legitimate like Queen fan. It's actually cool, cute because he just straight up gets into it.
That's cool.
That's it. That's what I've been watching and listening to. I'll probably watch Cowboys unfortunately this weekend.
Yeah, I'll watch Cowboys. Yeah, I can't not watch it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm still gonna watch, but a true fan has to be critical of his team. Like, it's not blind faith. I'm still like, yeah, we need to make these changes. I'm still going to watch. They're still going to root for them. But I just think we need so many changes from top to bottom. But that's just me and my stupid opinion.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't know. Let's get out of here. Got to work in the morning. You got overtime to get.
Yeah. Is this going to be up, though?
Huh?
Is this going to be ready?
When?
By tomorrow-ish.
I don't know, man. I don't know, maybe. I got a lot of editing to do, I think.
Okay. If not, I'll finish my podcast.
All right, man. Well, for Matt
and Andrew,
we're out.